Man, I feel like there's not a crazy amount of news that's been going on lately. I mean, there's definitely some news, but I feel like I haven't had anything. I feel like I haven't had anything good to upload in a bit. All right. Twitch is good. Make sure YouTube's good. All right. This VTuber must be stopped, man. I'm trying to make my way into a Rev Says Desi video one day as the subject of a canceling. Like, when do I get my turn to get canceled, bro? Like, pretty please? I need that free Twitter advertisement from sickos.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a situation involving a VTuber who has gone viral over the
I've literally never heard of this VTuber in my life.
past couple of days. Behold the face of terror for tens of millions of people across the world, many believing she holds the fate of nations in her hands. And a lot of people just simply want her to stop.
If I had the fate of nations in my hands, sorry, to a lot of places, they would just disappear.
Now, this VTuber in question is named Essie. Essie is someone who's blown up during the World Cup for reasons that are unfortunate but also very funny. She has become a sort of bad luck omen. Basically, any team that she roots for is guaranteed to lose. In fact, she is currently standing at 0 for 6. She has gotten every single prediction wrong, and now she has become this viral sensation, and you can see the progression of her support.
Does this seriously become a drama? Dude, it's kind of funny to me. Sports fans seem to go absolutely insane for stuff like this. What's up, Daichi? How you doing, bro? Congrats on your unbanning.
Over the past week.
For now, right? Like, we'll see, man. If Elon decides he wants to lock me in Clanker jail for the 479th time. Surprised I'm not having to scan my shaft and balls just to get into X to prove I'm human at this point.
Week or so, where every team she's rooting for meets the same fate, and that is a loss
It's 4
at
a.m.
the
here.
World
Just came
Cup.
to like the
Pretty
stream and wish you a
brutal
good time.
stuff,
I appreciate
but
it, bro.
it's become a
Have a good night,
pattern.
man.
People are now
Or good morning.
placing thousands of dollars of their money on bets to do the opposite of what she's saying, because her predictions have become so reliably unreliable that people are relying on them. That's how things have been going.
This is how you lose all your money, bro.
In fact, she has blown up so
Oh my
much. She is getting international news coverage, and I have to say, that is about as far as a VTuber will go. I've seen a lot of VTubers go viral, but not to this level. Now, she has reaped a lot of deserved rewards from this. Her account has gained tens of thousands of followers.
Reliably
People are literally
unreliable.
lying.
It's all fun and games until they finally break their streak and you lose you lose 6 figures because you put it all on the other side. What am I kidding, man? Gamble it all. Go big or go home.
In
If you lose your money, just make it
for her
back.
next prediction, out of fear,
Let it
or
ride.
out of strategy to pick whatever is the opposite of what she's saying. Her YouTube has also blown up. You can see her regular streams, getting around 2,000 views, which is in no means meaningless, but you can see the blow up right here.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Rev, bro.
Getting 16,000, 48,000, all relating
2,000 views.
to the
Pretty big, in my opinion. Can I say?
World Cup. Now, of course, as pointed out here,
It's always
some
the
people
next
are mad,
bet that could be the winner.
okay?
True,
Some
exactly.
people are
You
taking
don't want to turn
this
around before
very
you find
seriously,
diamonds.
and that's not too surprising given the World Cup. But people are sending her threats and saying diabolical things. But what I can say, and I'm happy to say, is that she's taking it all in stride, having a lot of fun.
You killed the dream of more than 50 million Colombians. You killed the dream of children, young people, adults, and even the elderly. You killed the dream of an entire country that had opportunities for the first time in history. On time for once? Every once in a while. I haven't I haven't streamed in like a few days, man. I was like, I need to stream. I've been lazy. Yo, what's up, Nathaniel? How you doing, bro? Hope you're having a good night. Dude, I love Twitter, man. Like, people just, they're not real. Like, I hate to say it that way, but so many people just act like complete NPCs. Like, there's no way we're holding this VTuber accountable for Colombians losing the World Cup. All I have to say is if I had the power to lord over the dreams of people from particular countries, there'd be certain countries that would never have their dreams fulfilled. France. Finished one of my masterpieces of music. Banger.
On with it and not taking any of this stuff too seriously.
Nothing more superstitious than a sports fan.
During her recent live stream, she made
bro.
an official apology to the world where she took before the press and she addressed everything that's going on. In the first bit of the stream, she was just talking about how crazy everything is, but then she starts bringing up some examples of the responses she has received, and I have to say it's pretty funny, so let's watch it together real quick.
This is all kind of overwhelming, crazy, and getting this sort of attention on the internet can be a bit scary. I think people have been really nice to me, saying things like they want to shear me balls.
8 days since the last video, and Diddy Steen has truly fallen. The names get worse every time. How can we keep making up worse and worse names? Like, we cannot be combining Diddy and Steen. Like, what's next, bro? What did I miss? Who is this? The Grim Reaper of the World Cup, apparently. Single-handedly the downfall of every team she's ever rooted for. I don't know.
All the things people have said on the internet, it's not too bad. It could be way worse than that.
I hate the voice of
trust
this
me.
person.
No
It's a bad hatter. How you doing, bro?
español. I think this is probably really kind.
Yeah.
Why do you hate her voice, man? Like, we're just supposed to be...
Translate that one.
Probably really nice. And not only that,
She ended the dreams of Colombians and Egyptians soon. TM. She also ended the dream of America, apparently. If she rooted for them in the World Cup, they lost.
too, but apparently I have really impacted countries.
The tweet says, "You killed the dream of more than 50 million Colombians. You killed the dream
Is
of
it possible to
children,
learn
young
this
people,
power?
adults, and even the elderly. You killed the dream of an entire nation that truly had its opportunities for the first time
Maybe
in
I was
history
wrong
to
about it,
win
except
this
for America
cup."
anyway. Yeah, can you imagine the power to destroy the dreams of the Euroids? You could destroy the UK's dreams at the World Cup. You could just... She is the Death Note, apparently so.
And that is in response to her prediction that went upside down when she supported Colombia in their match. Of course, you can guess they lost, and now people are
This is a
saying
wholesome
she
drama.
is responsible. She's like a witch or something, and she's responsible for these teams and tens of millions of people suffering as a result.
On a national level.
I just... Like, maybe it's me, man. I just can't get into, like, sports teams or esports teams or, like, really super caring what athlete wins, man. Like, it's just, I don't get it, bro. Like, the closest thing I could relate to it is, like, oh, I want my political party to win. But the difference is, what political party wins actually has some kind of effect in my, in my life. What soccer team wins the World Cup? I simply do not care.
Yeah. You know, to make that sort of impact in my life, I really
Like, people
didn't
will
think...
die for this stuff, bro. They're talking about her like she's the painter. I wish people would talk about me like that. I would be honored. This just in, the losing team has found massive amount of wool in their shoes, which they say caused poor performance. Officials are looking into all sheep girls, but Tame not impressed. Sheep girl is elite.
see that. But
Powerful.
don't worry, you guys. all in all, people have been really kind to me.
I will say, though, how can she be a sheep girl without horns? Ladies, I hope you had a good 4th of July. What's up, Yoshi? America Day was great, bro.
Amazing stuff. The dichotomy of these two responses really wraps up how people are reacting to everything.
Okay. Into yourself. Like, oh no. So scary. Female sheep don't have horns? Wait, you're right. Wait a minute. Hold on. Don't a lot of female sheep VTubers have horns, though? Have they been dudes this whole time? Oh my gosh.
Going on. People are taking this a little too seriously. They're taking their World Cup very seriously. This is a life or death game, but you can see she's taking this all in stride. I think that's great and having fun with all of this.
Grandpa, of course, what kind of sheep you've been hanging out with there? And bro, wait, no, I'm just like, anime logic got to me, dude. Like, I swear every anime sheep girl has horns normally, but maybe they've been dudes this whole time. Anila from Grand Blue Fantasy, that's a dude.
Course, she's not done, and by the time you're seeing this video, the match might be concluded, but she has made her next prediction number 7, and that is picking France
Traps
over Morocco. And you can see how viral these posts go. 74,000 likes,
trapped, bro.
4.2 million views, and
hold on. I gotta plead my case, man. Hold on a minute. If this is a dude, I'm gay. Like, what can I say, bro? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, come on.
Doing is sitting in front of a flag for France, making a silly face.
Congrats
and
on getting
already
unbanned.
know what's going to happen with countless people
To be
trying
fair,
to
did you see the twerking big booty
reverse her
sheep in
prediction. People who are
video?
invested in France winning
No? If you're into that, we won't judge you, man. You're just a gay little French boy. Don't ever say that to me, man.
that game. And this shows also that
That's a
she's
crazy
gotten tons of
thing for me to
interactions
join
from
stream
not
too?
just people
Oh,
on social
no.
media, but VTubers in particular, including some industry VTubers. But you can see some of the quotes saying, France already bracing for impending riots. Putting money where my mouth is. I bet $1,000 against France. I believe in her. Will this be
This
the
is how
one,
you
ladies
lose a
and gentlemen?
grand right here. This is gonna be the first time she's right. But like, please let France lose. Just cause it's France. How you doing, Penny? Wouldn't that just mean they're just a tomboy sheep? I knew I liked you for bro. We gotta
Will it
stop,
break
man.
the curse
We
or
can't-
continue it? I don't know.
Keep calling me Aunt
But
Diddy.
she is live streaming it. Again, it's probably concluded by the time you're seeing this video, but people, upwards of 600, were waiting
Is it
nearly an
concluded?
hour
Has France
before her
lost?
stream was even starting. There's so much attention on her. People waiting on every word she's saying. And here's another
Wait, France
example.
won.
Someone made art, and there's been countless art made for her, where she is
I will not confirm or
interacting
deny.
with
I haven't did the
Norway's
same.
star player Holland, and you can almost see her down at the bottom. I don't even have to like show her response yet, and it's just
No, that would
cryptic
make them
and
a femboy sheep. Oh no.
threatening in every sort of a way. But if you scroll down, the fate of nations has been decided again. This is her calling Holland her goats, and of course, people are freaking out, thinking this is the end of Norway's run at the World Cup as well. But this guy also, by the way, has gone like turbo viral over the past week or two. And I have to commend him for assimilating to American culture better than most could ever hope to
See, this is what a real patriot should wear. This should just be the American uniform, actually. I think we should make it mandatory. All Americans have to dress like this. Please not Norway. And diddly dooby doobo.
even dream of.
Base
I guess all you
Norwegian.
have to do is bring out a Buc-ee's or a Waffle House and people understand the vision of what we're doing over.
Okay, I don't know about Waffle House. Buc-ee's is pretty based, but I feel like a certain type of individual is known for going to Waffle House. I don't know if we want to claim that. You know what I'm saying? I prefer. I think Waffle House is known for a particular crowd. Nothing but Daisy Dukes and cowboy hats for us. I've actually never worn a cowboy hat. Can you tell I don't live in Texas? I feel seen.
Yeah, pretty funny stuff.
From Florida, I claim Waffle House. Bro, come on, man. I don't know about the Waffle House agenda here.
Dreading the worst for Norway, but that seems
Waffle
to be
House is a
coming
cultural
with the territory.
thing.
But
yeah, bro,
I just
what
wanted
culture,
to cover
man?
this very quickly because I think it's a funny situation. And international levels of viral we have not seen for a VTuber in quite some time, or really even ever.
I'm just saying, white people aren't known for fighting in Waffle House. Like, but we know that fights typically break out in Waffle House. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
And it's all thanks to her reactions and predictions for the World Cup. But that's going to do for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for daily uploads, as well as multiple streams a week live here on YouTube. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Oh, man. American culture of beating the crap out of each other? Based. That lady got famous for parrying a chair was white? Yeah, but like, she was the victim, bro. She was the one having to parry a chair. Waffle House doesn't cause fights, but fights can be found in Waffle House. Whiteys prefer Cracker Barrel? No particular reason. Cracker Barrel is some absolute fire. I swear, though, if they ever go through with the modernization changes of Cracker Barrel, we're going to have to assemble the boys for some riots in the streets. Cracker Barrel is too iconic to change. Like, that's my culture. I claim Cracker Barrel. Guys, I've seen this on Twitter. Oh my goodness. What character is Rebecca even supposed to be from Apex Legends? Like, I'm just trying to think of like who the ugliest character in Apex is. Oh, who's the girl with the freaking rotary cannon in Apex, man? She's definitely the ugliest character in the game, the Indian lady. Forget her freaking name, the one that puts up walls. They tried to modernize and had to undo. We'll probably try to slow roll it now. Yeah. What happens at Waffle House rarely stays at Waffle House. They did my girl dirty. Okay. Truth be told, I haven't seen Edge Runners. Rebecca's design creeps me out, to be honest. I don't really like cybernetic characters very much, but I did like her in Wuthering Waves. Watson from Apex is so fine. Bro, I only play Mirage in that game. Mirage, my goat.
Oh, no. Here we go again. Apex Legends Cyberpunk collaboration is being compared to collaborations from other games, especially those made by Eastern Studios. Many players say the skins don't look faithful to the original character design.
You don't say, bro. Like, what? Like, I feel like it would be pretty hard to make these characters look right in, like, the Apex models or whatever, but you can just pull a Fortnite and, like, completely change the style.
Compared to other Cyberpunk
Wait until you see what they did to Lucy.
Some fans are also disappointed that iconic characters like Adam Smasher and Johnny Silverhand were not included in the collaboration.
Bro, Mirage is gay? Really not helping with the boy sheep allegations. Like, I don't think Mirage is gay. I mean, maybe, bro. I don't know. I don't read the freaking Apex lore. I haven't played that game in years. Games with more realistic characters shouldn't try to collab anime-style characters. Yeah, probably true. You could be like Call of Duty with their like freaky weird collabs, bro. You remember the Attack on Titan Call of Duty collab where they just looked retarded?
Since they're the Eastern devs on the right, on the east.
Oh my gosh, bro. Lucy looks absolutely petrifying. Like, that's a it's ma'am moment right there, bro. Dear Lord.
And the Western devs on the left, on the west side there, from this recent collaboration. Now, the reason I say...
Wait. I did see in that tweet, they said, like, Adam Smasher and Keanu Reeves weren't included in the collab. Wouldn't it have made a lot more sense to choose characters from the actual Cyberpunk game to collab with, since, you know, they're like real humans? Like, it would translate way better for sure. Chad Chin Lucy, yeah, bro. Like, what the frick was that? Character had a stronger jawline than me.
Here we go again, is because this reminded me of a collaboration. Dude, 2022.
What is that 2B body?
Almost
Is
4
that
years ago.
R6?
Okay, pause. Existential dread moment. But yeah, excuse me. Like I was saying, apparently it was back in 2022 already when this collaboration...
Bro, like, you just can't try and bring 2B into a game like this. Like, what have they done to her? Oh my goodness.
occurred with Nier Automata and 2B.
Like, that's a... that's a dude, bro. Hey, no, how's it going? Doing good, bro. How are you, Zestian?
In Rainbow Six Siege.
Johnny would be a really
were-
funny character in Apex.
People were talking about 2B.
Like,
And they're like, what did you do to our girl? Well, at least it can't get any worse. Let's watch the official
guys,
trailer.
curves
from
are
this, then
illegal
we'll
in
get back to the current news
in
with
Western
this, Cyberpunk collaboration.
Western studios,
in Apex.
unfortunately. Bro, like, tell me this. Like, if you can't see that this character has boobs, this is just a guy. Like, oh my gosh. This character got a more masculine face than me. Like, you might as well just give him a beard, too. Dear God. It's Mike Tyson in a wig? I guess so, bro. Like, what the... Shoulders are broader than mine, too, bro. Like, what is this? That
Okay,
2B
yeah,
looks
that's
like she
enough of
needs
that.
to
Let's check
shave
out the
more than me.
comments.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If it's
The
not
Netflix
Leon, it's woke.
adaptation. That's a full-blown dude cosplaying as
It's
2B.
Leon Kennedy
That's Leon
in a
Kennedy
dress.
in a dress. Every time I see Ubisoft touching something, I always say, it can't be worse. Yeah, I've always been
Wait,
wrong.
that's
what
okay. That comment wins, bro. When did 2B stand for two balls? Absolutely generational comments, holy.
I was saying to him, like, it can't get any worse. But to be fair, I was saying it facetiously. Obviously, it can. And we're not even done yet.
Western
Let's move
devs have
on.
erased women for the
what
sake
is
of
that?
progress. Truly an
Meet
intellectual
Giga Chin
move.
Rebecca from the Apex Legends Cyberpunk collaboration. The absolute state of Western...
Like, to be fair, I don't think this character was ever going to translate well. But just... Ew, what is this?
developers. Giga Chin
It's like you
Rebecca
said earlier, like, you shouldn't even try and translate these kind of characters into games like this. It's just always going to look bad, no matter what.
is crazy. How about Adam Smasher Lucy cosplay? Yeah, you know what? Maybe going on the internet was a mistake today. If I could have a
Shoot.
do-over, I would. Well, I do need content, I guess. Whatever. Bro, why would they ever give her this
Oh my gosh. Dude, she looks like the Green Goblin.
expression? Like, what's going on with her face? This is like one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. Like, just why? Why would you do this? Even if they wanted to give her, like, a serious expression, like, oh, you better not mess with me or my friends.
We can't have girls anymore.
I mean, they
women
could do
are
that
illegal
without
in Western
this,
studios.
You know what I mean? Just
At least
odd,
normal
odd
women.
choice. Madam Savvy chiming in. Let's see what she has to say on this one. Quote, it's supposed to be the character's cosplaying. That's why
Willem
the faces
Dafoe is
gets cut
Lucy.
off,
Yeah, bro,
unquote.
exactly. That's
She
what I'm
says,
saying.
cool, it looks horrible, and they should try caring
Like, I was
more.
actually saying she looks like her face was modeled after the Green Goblin mask, but, like, true. I think Willem Dafoe looks better than her.
Weird how entire models are
Like, you
made
put
for
Willem
other
Dafoe in that
short-nosed
wig, I
collabs,
think he's rocking it
but all they
better
could
than
do
whatever
here
that
was
is.
cheap clay-looking clothing. Quote, okay, but not every cut off again, unquote. No, it's really easy to translate anime into semi-realism. Just shave the jaw a bit. Oh, what's wrong, American AAA dev? Don't you know how? On the flip side, some are defending this collaboration, writing things like, it's clear that none of you understand what quote-unquote collab is. You're comparing stuff that
Oh, you just know you're going to have an absolutely generational take coming to... Hold on. Let me move my thing for a second. You know the take's going to be generational when Joko Bod Wolf emoji, VTuber, and Ricardo Welkin's servant gay pride flag emoji is having an absolute banger on the interwebs. Like, these people... I don't think these people realize that they just tell on themselves that their entire tweet needs to be disregarded simply by their name and the emojis they put in there. Like, Man. Dear God, bro. You're not helping yourself.
You're comparing new models that CN
Willem
devs
Dafoe would
made
rock any of
versus
those
costumes
cosplays.
that they've done
True.
for decades, and you're telling them is to remodel them to a point they don't look like the existing characters. Okay, so what? So
Bro,
what?
I'm so sick of these studios being so lazy with collaborations. Like, I would just prefer they don't do collaborations at all if they're going to be so completely lazy with them. It's like they put the absolute minimum effort in for these collab characters. At least Western studios, right? Some Eastern studios do a really good job. Some Eastern studios don't do a great job with collabs, but it just is what it is.
They won't look like the existing characters. Okay,
If it takes me
and why is
longer
that
to
a problem?
decipher
It's
your
a
name than
collab.
read
Like,
your
why not put
post,
more
your
effort
argument
into
is
it? But,
invalid.
You know, for argument's sake, I'll say
Exactly, man.
sure. I understand that could be way more effort than these devs want to do. They don't want to make full new models.
Furry
for
profile
the
picture
collaboration.
comboed
And
with
to
the
an
gay
extent,
pride flag.
That's actually fair.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure this is
I
gonna
won't
be a
even
good
really
take.
like entirely disagree with that premise. Here's my point. My point is, if the argument is, well, these characters already look like that, then I just have to wonder why. Why are they making all their women look like this? Why is that like the standard female face? Like, why do they have to be, to put it as respectfully as I possibly can, why do they intentionally pick a design choice where it's like the women just look very off? Again, as respectfully as I can put it.
It's illegal to even depict an attractive woman in the West. Screw the devs, put the effort in. Yeah, it's like you have this big collaboration project where you're supposed to be paying homage to the work that you're collaborating with. And not to mention, you really want to, you want to sell the stuff. Why would you make it so low effort and so uncannily creepy looking? The only thing you need to see to disregard their opinions, the furry PFP and the flag, yeah.
And the response from the corporate defenders is always the same thing when you point out how Western devs continually do this to female characters. They say, oh, you're just a gooner. You're just a gooner. And it's like, dude,
you want to look at attractive women and not these grotesque she-beasts. What are you, a gooner? Like, no, bro. I'm just a normal human being. Nobody likes looking at ugly stuff. Otherwise, the word ugly wouldn't exist. Like, who likes looking at grotesque-looking characters? The characters in this game look worse than 95% of normal people you would come across. And the 5% that they look better than are just the people that populate Reddit and Blue Sky.
Talk about a self-report. Talk about projection. I'm here having a nuanced discussion about character design.
Women aren't real. They're made up by the Jews to trick the West into giving them money. But these people, they can't
actually engage with that discussion at all, so they resort to calling people gooners and saying, just watch Prawn. So you can only then reasonably conclude that people that say that are intellectually incapable of engaging with a nuanced discussion in this manner, so they run away from it like that. And
it's always funny because the people that make those arguments are always the most gooned out individuals you've ever seen in their life. And that's the reason their argument always instantly goes to gooning, because it's all they can think about.
Or so gooner-minded that they can't even see a topic related to character design without making it, sexual and accusing other people of doing what they're actually doing internally.
Moderately attractive woman on screen. Gotta whip it out. Like, that's just how these people operate. It's ridiculous.
Their own projection outwardly. And it's like, okay, look. I get it. You want to defend the Western AAA devs and the Western companies for doing this to women for whatever reason. They want to defend that stuff, but they're like nervous to admit it. So they, in a roundabout way, try to just call other people gooners as they defend it. It's a very weird, pathetic thing. But
it's a sticky situation when you have gooning on the brain.
Stuff like this comes up. Let's check out what the Cyberpunk Edge Runners subreddit is talking about this collab. And we've also got an example of David Martinez there on the left, which interestingly
the same BS they were saying about Pragmata with the gooning,
making Diana look like crap. Manlier than David, though. Yeah, what's going on?
Do it with the new Stellar Blade, too. Like, oh, Eevee's attractive. You must be jerking off the whole time you play the game because you're not capable of just seeing an attractive woman and playing the video game like a normal human. It's because they automatically assume you just jerk off to any attractive person you see, because that's exactly what they do. It is literally how their brains operate, so they immediately believe that's how you operate. It's like, no, bro, I'm normal, actually.
With that, I don't know, but take a look at that for a few more seconds, and we'll go check out the other top responses. And here we go. So we got
they don't realize
Lucy
the games
looks like
take
they gave
two
a
hands.
random dude her body and hairstyle. It's not just me, right? Response reading, definitely not just you. Showing a picture here where on Twitter people were comparing, Lucy to Canon Lucy.
They always have a negative solution to the
Lucy
problem. They
saying,
say
I'm
it's
sorry.
it's sexist to only sexualize women, and instead of making men hot, they just make these characters ugly.
Kind of sound like I said Canna Lucy. Canon Lucy. All right, continuing. David literally looks like the shawarma meme. Lol, they all ugly as hell. This guy held nothing back. Just they all ugly as hell. No, I might have gotten suckered into playing Wuwa, but this ain't working. Even non-Wuwa players are finding this are finding it hideous.
They're helpless degens and project that to the rest of us. Yeah.
What do they do to my girl? No, awful, just absolutely disgustingly awful. There are ways to do a collab, like with the accurate models from Wuthering Waves and maybe canon extra content. And then there's this. Wait, this isn't just a poorly executed mod? No, it's an official collab which was announced. This collaboration deserves a circle in hell. Sheesh. To be honest, any Edgerunners collabs after the Wuwa collab are going to be scrutinized heavily for quality and faithfulness. This Apex collab is being rightfully scrutinized because who the hell even are these people? And then a discussion similar to what we talked about earlier.
I found the censoring of Rebecca and Lucy and Wuwa to be pretty funny.
Some select Apex
what, like cursing? Their speech?
Heroes that are given costumes to look like David, Rebecca, and Lucy. I don't think they're supposed to actually be the characters. Rainbow Six Siege did the same.
Admittedly, I skipped through the whole story. I haven't seen Edgerunners, so it's just like it didn't make much sense to me.
Thing with Ghost in the Shell and Resident Evil, response reading quality still matters regardless. The other user then responding and saying, well, given that the characters still have to look recognizably like themselves,
the F-bombs left and right don't fly so well in gacha games.
They're dressed like cyberpunk characters, but have the body
not even hell wants to deal with that.
Structures of their
we
own
have standards. What do you mean
Besides,
we?
Translating anime characters to game models with realistic graphics does not usually work in the first place, mainly because anime is heavily stylized to begin with. A good example is the Persona collab in COD Mobile. Sure, you can tell they're supposed to be the Phantom Thieves, but since COD has a more grounded and realistic art style, the Phantom Thieves all look uncanny. With that other user then leaving the final response that reads, I'm not saying the style has to mimic the anime look. I completely understand and
about to go to bed when I come say hi. Have a good night, man.
Unattainable in certain graphical styles. What I mean is that
Hope
this
you
is
sleep well, brother.
Effort. I mean, Lucy literally looks like a man. They really couldn't feminize her features even a little bit. Those sort of things are what I'm referring to when I say...
Well, it's not even that. Like, they don't even change the faces of the characters at all. Like, if they just made the female characters straight up look like dudes in wigs. Like, you can change the frickin' characters' faces and stuff. I'm not saying you have to go full-on anime. But it's ridiculous. Sleep, what's that? Where can I get some? True.
And like I said earlier as well, it then takes you to the next part of the argument, which is, well, why are they making their characters look like this? Why are they making their female characters look like this to begin with? Which, as we discussed, is something certain people really never want to even talk about.
Couldn't be my goat Marvel Rivals.
And one more quick
they make
response here
makes
to
the
close
chick
out.
curvier
As a
and
non-Apex
bustier.
player, that is absolutely comical and horrifying.
Dude, it's funny because I play a lot of Black Cat in that game, and I was just like, the skin they released for her just straight up like doubled her butt, bro. I was just like, okay, bro, like come on. Marvel Rivals gets it.
Can keep the tattoo accurate. Why can't Apex? And for anyone curious, here's an example of Lucy and Rebecca from the aforementioned Wuwa collaboration. There you go. And people are really loving this, even for other reasons than simply the character designs, which I'll give you an example of right now. As this post from Wuthering Waves Guide reads, Cyberpunk collab's actually insane. I downloaded the game just for this collab, and I played the story for Cyberpunk for the past 4 hours, and I just wanted to say how brilliant it was, honestly. This did not feel like a money grab collab at all, and honestly gave a lot of closure to the story. The amount of dedication that went into this collab is actually insane. I was going to stop playing after finishing the collab, but now I have second thoughts. Never would have thought this game would bring back so much emotion to me about Cyberpunk. With the top response that's a little bit more critical, reading, I think that the general impression everyone has that the models and story are absurdly well done, while the monetization aspects are kind of bad. Response reading, well, it is a gacha game. Unfortunately, that's just how things are in the genre. Though I hope Kuro does better in the future. And that's the latest. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bro, that Cyberpunk collab is downright diabolical, man. Like, it's actually egregious. These characters just look like dudes with wigs. I don't know if it's worse than the 2B one from R6, though. Like, dear lord, I'd never seen that before. That one was astonishing how bad it looked. The cake is a lie. GLaDOS told me so. I literally pulled in all night to do the collab since I had other quests. Since I had to finish other quests for it. Managed to complete the whole event. I have her animated lord. She's the only character I played. Dear God, bro. I don't have animated lord for anybody. Marvel Rivals knows how to, like, design characters, though. And, like, make their kits fun. Like, Overwatch, not to be, like, a tribalist or anything, but Overwatch compared to Marvel Rivals, it's just, like, no contest, dude. The Overwatch characters are so boring after you play Marvel Rivals characters. I need to play Marvel Rivals on stream one day. Maybe I'll do that this week, or next week. Not this week. This week's almost over. I'll have nightmares about that collab forever. Yeah, the Woowa collab was, it was pretty good. It's just, I'm not generally the biggest person on, like, collabs in games, because 90% of the time I have no idea. I've never done or watched or participated in anything that the collab character's from. It was done well in Woowa. Because, I mean, it didn't have any, like, actual significance to the story or anything. Yeah, play Marvel Rivals. That game's so fun, dude. It's so fun, but it's so enriching. The new update in that game looks crazy, by the way. They just gave everybody team-ups for everything. Seems a bit ridiculous. I thought they did the story for Edgerunners well, Woowa. The Terraria stream is the first time I've seen you do anything. Listen, man. It's hard to focus on chat and, like, play a game. And I like interacting with you guys. That's the reason I don't normally, like, stream games. It's hard for me to lock in. You gonna Power World tomorrow? I've never even played Power World. Never hopped on the hype train the first time it came out. Admittedly, like, I used to be a big Pokemon player, but just kind of like, I don't know, fell out of love with Pokemon. I don't know if that's, like, the right word for it. I still like Pokemon, but I've had a hard time playing any game that's even remotely like that. I know Power World's not really like it. Power World's just like Arc mixed with Pokemon or whatever. Is Power World still under lawsuit, or did it escape that? I have no idea. No, they beat Nintendo. I was following Power World for years before it released, but kind of disappointed with the release. I don't know. I never got into it. They release 1.0 tomorrow. Has it been in beta this whole time? Or, like, you know, whatever kind of deal? Or is it 1.0 just stand for, like, a huge content update? Not enough slavery. True. Can't turn enough of my pals into oil to sell to the government. It's been in beta lawsuit since release till now. I see.
Now everybody's getting angry at Hassan Piker for dancing. This is a song about Charlie Kirk, and it's like very, very
average Hassan Piker
reprehensible.
stream.
Dances for Charlie Kirk. He says, if I get enough
Better not summon Nintendo in their endless lawsuits.
paid for subscriptions, if you guys all give me $3 a month and Jeff Bezos
Nintendo's
$2 a
brutal,
month,
bro.
we pay all this, all dance and all sing about Charlie Kirk, and that's how he gets his money. I remember
no
a while
two
back
pals
someone
that could do finances. I feel like the point of Power World is to do tax evasion. As you should, right? Taxation is theft, as we all know. Dude, taxes are crazy, man. Like, you really get taxed like 47 different times just to like do anything. Straight up get taxed to breathe at this point. Meanwhile, we used to fight wars over stuff like this, and now we just let the government bend us over. Like, can we bring back that kind of patriotic spirit? Like, what are we even getting taxed for, bro? To fund the bureaucracy? I don't want to fund that. All my money's getting thrown into the abyss. The public school system? Yeah, bro. Like, what? Raising people to be complete retards. Like, oh,
Say, hey, Decoy, if I get
I can't get on the tax.
gifted...
I can't get off on the taxes right now. We'll be talking about taxes for like the next 3 hours if I do.
subs, which is like $50.
Gotta withhold
If I
the
give you 10
tangent.
gifted subs, would you knock out 10 push-ups for me? And I'm like, guys, okay, I'm an adult. I'm not a
fun,
guy
illegal aliens.
dancing
Yeah,
on the
exactly,
pier
bro.
at Santa Monica
It's
in
ridiculous.
a silver spray-painted suit trying to get cash. Like, it's just like, if you want to super chat me, cool, whatever. If you don't, that's fine. Like, thanks for being on the live stream. But
I don't know. I'll bust some moves if people start donating. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have donations or monetization enabled, but nobody will be able to see me dance. They just see my PNG move if I step too loud or something. We're getting taxes so teenage girls can get abortions and some Mexican to go to get a hotel and healthcare. Yeah, bro. It's like I'm getting taxed to fund the people that should just be in prison forever. Like, where's my money going?
this, what is it, 40 years old? I forget. Out there with his suit that Shoe on Head essentially bullied him into wearing. He's out there dancing about Charlie Kirk. It's disgusting, but here he is trying to cover for the idea of people calling him out for it.
Oh, this is really funny. The guys that have spent every waking moment making unbelievably
I hear
racist
Leaf and
memes
Keen are getting their
crying
Avatar
over
game
this.
up.
The fact that
Maybe they can
Asana
help
treat
you
people
graduate from a PNG. Yeah, I saw Leaf's 2D to 3D, or like in between PNG tuber and 3D. You know, whatever thing that she's making, it looks really cool, man. Offer to shave your head if a donation goal is reached, then show up with a PNG tuber bald avatar for a day or two. True, I can scam them. Slap your shaft and balls against the mic when you get a dono. Yo, I'm not doing that. I also think I would get banned instantly.
Here's the thing, is like, I'm
Then again, Deme got pounded out live on stream, and she didn't get banned for that. So, you know, I don't think Dan Clancy would take too nicely to a dude doing that, though. I'd get banned instantly because he doesn't want to watch.
criticizing this over it, but I'm not making racist memes. I actually don't even like to see like the racism in the chat because it always weakens
Deme
your
has a
political
girl. I
arguments
just
on
need to
something.
show up one day with a what's it called? Bald with a mustache. What's it called when you turn your dude avatar into a chick? It's rule something. Is it rule 63? I don't know what rule it is. It's like the gender bent rule of your avatar. I just need to change that. Skinhead Ando. Yeah, bro.
I think that just get it out
Rule
there. You're never
63?
gonna
Okay.
see me
I
disparage
was right.
somebody's color and be like, oh my god, why is it certain people are
I just need to show up one day with massive honkers, bro.
rioting and not others? Like, let's just talk about there's criminals,
I'll
law-abiding
I'll
people.
be immune to
and
criticism on
there's
Twitch if I do
law-abiding
that.
citizens, and there's criminals. Let's not divide us by race, color, creed, or whatever. It's just criminals, useless people, and,
And
productive
ready.
people. That's all I want to see when we're talking about subjects. He's finding the lowest common denominator, the worst people in the equation, and essentially strawmanning it.
He was once
Fed
on good
posters.
terms with like, this.
Exactly. If you ever see in these chats, oh, we need to unite and do something, or they're saying racial slurs or whatever, they're being mean or whatever, and I'm like, they might just be low IQ individuals, but they might be feds.
Yeah, that's true, bro. You gotta be careful who you interact with on the internet if they're saying stuff like that. They're gonna try and get you in the Fed pipeline.
Trying to rile people up to get you to do something. It wouldn't be out of the ordinary.
Proves he's a complete degenerate freak with no
None of
morals.
you guys in here are
Every
feds, right?
single one of
Show
these,
your badges.
every single one of these edgy posters that literally
Ando just
almost
changes his name to Andrea and is a trans black demi-human. He was a Bernie. Dude, next February, I'm telling you, if I have an avatar by then, I'm changing my skin color black for all of February. Like, what badge? No,
almost
no.
exclusively
Fed in here, bro.
joke about like people. Like most
course
of
you
these
do.
I
guys-
haven't seen. I've been on Twitter for a very long time. I've seen some pretty ranted stuff. I have not seen that joke. What I have seen is a Hamas piker out there saying things about, I don't mind if people are date-Ring each
No
other
badge here, I
as
swear.
long as it was
That's
just
the original SPLC,
he was like
getting people
white
to do
rich
violence
people
so they can
were
fight
like was it
violence.
white Christians, and you put other white rich people in there. If it happens there, then it's just insulated to
The Ruby Ridge moment. Feds coerce you into doing crime and then show up and kill your whole family for it. Like, what?
themselves. And I was like, wait. So are you trying to build a fantasy scenario where this is okay? And this is genuinely
Rule
I saw something
63 with a bikini top. Take off the top to reveal two Quado guys from the Total Recall movie, conjoined twins.
him saying on Twitter recently, not Twitter, on his stream
That's
recently. It was
crazy.
posted on Twitter. And now he's trying to sit there and project it on the other side. Yeah, he just makes stuff up all the time.
Most of these guys, their entire output is just like doing jokes, right?
It's all projection. It's all projection. He'll say, "Oh, they always want to be with me. They're sexualizing me." But you always see him sexualizing things that don't need to be or shouldn't be, or the idea that Chew on Head's making is dunking on him.
Well, it's funny because, I mean, this is Hassan Bro Tips Piker, who just had an entire channel or whatever talking about how he wanted to bang people. Like, that was literally the whole channel. It was just him being a frat dude. and he wants to pretend like he's above these jokes. Like, bro, where do you think you started your career, man?
Forever changing his wardrobe, and his story arc is forever bounced off into a different direction because he one time on a video with 1 million views said, "Why is he always in Gucci sweaters?"
This is the difference between like a Donald Trump kind of individual and a Hassan Piker kind of individual. Hassan's ego is so tiny that he got insulted for wearing his Gucci, whatever outfits, and started wearing a suit every single stream because he's so self-conscious about it. Donald Trump cares so little that people have been insulting his hair since like the 90s, and he's never changed it. Like, there's the difference between two kinds of people, man.
Changed the entire trajectory of his life. But his rebuttal to that was,
Bro Tips Hassan
What
was
her
also
feet
cum
look
guzzling
like.
Elon Musk too. Oh yeah, that's true. I did see that.
They're so edgy, and every single one of them, in between their George
not every
Floyd-
single one of them. I have not seen them
Trump
myself.
ripped his own
I'm
lip
not saying they
multiple
don't
times.
exist,
Yeah,
but
that's
you're
true, actually.
strawmanning it,
I think I've
saying,
seen
hey, maybe
a few
I
skits of that
shouldn't
before.
dance about Charlie Kirk. I guess they knew each other, and they even debated each other. Charlie Kirk was going to take time out of his day to debate him in the future, too. Maybe it's a little bit, one, classless to dance about it, and two, juvenile. My friend, we are too old to be dancing for money online. I don't care what the context is. This is not...
And a degenerate word I probably can't say, how he started, and apparently how he still is. Yeah. I mean, the guy follows a religion where the frickin' dude consummated a marriage with a 9-year-old. Who's shocked? Who's shocked that he went to that brothel? Not me, that's for sure.
something that should be part of our show unless you're trying to cater to a very, very specific audience.
AI compilations and jokes have taken the time out of their day to cry about this. Okay?
He said they're
Sorry,
crying
buddy.
about this. He said the fact that
Social media
Hassan
guy,
can treat
he's
people he was
all
once
about
on
the
good
showbiz, hard
terms
to
with
insult the guy.
like this proves he's a
Well, you
complete
would think Hassan
degenerate.
Piker would be too, considering he streams to like 10 to 20,000 people every single week, several days a week. And his ego is so fragile that just an insult about his wardrobe has him switch his entire wardrobe for the rest of his streaming career. Like, bro, come on, man. Everybody knows you're a champagne socialist. Why are you even trying to, like, obscure that fact to begin with? You know it. Your audience is so stupid that they do not care. So it's like, what does changing show anybody except concede that you're insecure?
with no morals. This doesn't sound like he's crying about it. This just sounds like he's like, hey, he doesn't have morals. He's like, these guys joke about R-ing people. These guys are racist. They're crying. It's like, no. The only person emotional about it seems to be you.
I'm carrying the motherfucking flame.
It makes
Perhaps
no sense.
you should do the same. Okay?
How dare
Most
you
of us
call
can
me out
make
on my
money
classless
online without
behavior?
dancing to
Too self-conscious
songs
and too
about a
captured by
dead
his
colleague of
audience.
ours. Just my thought.
Yeah. It's always the same. It's like, oh, well, how dare you? How dare you not respect my in-group? Like, this is really messed up. This is really messed up. You're being really disrespectful.
Yeah, that's valid. And no, this is the shoe on head thing all over again. Shoe on criticizes him for being a socialist wearing ugly ass Gucci sweaters. You know it was real and it hit him at the core because he stopped wearing ugly ass Gucci sweaters and now he's wearing like weird ass suits. But he deflected and made it sexual. Said, "But let me see them feet pics though." Whatever. He was trying to be edgy.
Oh yeah. Didn't he do the the freaking Gucci Mark song? It's like, oh yeah, I'm wearing the suit for them elderly conservative grannies. Like, what? Okay, man, that's a weird joke. I have to say, he looks even more ridiculous in suits. I just think it's funny because it's like he's doing the Nick Fuentes where he just wears a suit every stream, and like it's not iconic like Nick Fuentes because Nick Fuentes is funny because he's a guy wearing a suit saying like the most ridiculous things ever half the time. But Hassan Piker is like actually trying to take himself super, super seriously 24/7.
Hey, why are you dancing on a song parodying Charlie Kirk? It sounds like an AI song to me. Why are you dancing around? You make a fool out of yourself.
It's so
this is
weird,
classless.
bro. Like Hassan is just such a weird
first
guy.
Thing he does, turns around and says, "But they joke about R-ing people. They're racist." Like, yeah, this is how you know he doesn't have a genuine card to play, and he knows he's guilty as charged. Because if he could just rebut it by saying, this is carrying the flame. Now, this is him, me respecting him. Me and Charlie had a different relationship, and he would have laughed about this. It was just how our relationship was. I'm carrying on the same relationship we had before he was assassinated. That
also, not to mention, it's especially bad for someone like Hassan Piker, who's in the position he's in, to even like moderately celebrate or poke fun at what happened to Charlie Kirk. Because it's like, you do realize you're in the same like sphere and of the same, I mean, he wasn't at the same size of Charlie Kirk. I don't think anybody's really at the same size of Charlie Kirk. I mean, the guy was basically part of the Trump administration. He was so big. But it's like, it does not bode well for you if you make fun of somebody who got horrifically killed in public. Because it's like, I mean, do you think people would ever feel bad for you if something terrible happened to you after you make fun of it happening to other people? Like, obviously, I hope that never happens. I don't hope that happens to anybody. It was terrible. It never should have happened. But any media personality doing that should be vilified? Yeah, 100%.
would probably be a lie. But
it's weird that they're trying to take the moral high road after doing it, too. Like, poking fun at someone's death, who you actually had conversations with before, is even crazier, right? Like, this isn't some, like, historical figure that nobody still alive is really connected to whatsoever. You know what I mean? This is, like... I mean, like, this is fresh. People like him...
somewhat see how he thinks he's innocent if he genuinely was just like, this is how I interpret it. But no, the first place he goes is like, oh yeah, they joke about R. Food and sex must drive every single facet of his life.
You're right. Only in America we could get something like
Not
this.
to mention the fact that he wouldn't hate them for hating him.
Oh my god, his titties.
Again, only a person
sees a dude and immediately starts thinking about man nipples.
See a picture of some guy. Yeah, he's obese. Whatever. Like, how does that help your argument to call him out for it? But then also,
at this point, do any of us expect something rational or close to normal from
talking about his body?
No.
But here, he's dancing. He's placating this audience, and again, it's an audience that he's developed that he absolutely hates. This is why whenever you see him interact with his fans in real life, they either one, calling him out because it goes viral, that's why it gets posted, or two, he seems genuinely disgusted by the people that take the free.
Wow, it's almost like when you pander to the most insufferable audience of all time, whose entire life have just victimized themselves 24/7, you're gonna end up absolutely despising them. Not to mention, he obviously sees himself above them in terms of class and whatever else. I love it when he crashes out on his fan
time
base.
of the day to watch his live streams.
Teddy Roosevelt, as the vice president, got in and he did some incredible things, but one of them, I think,
every accusation is a confession. Every accusation is a confession. I believe that. Yes.
He's chilling for AI, man. Stop eating this bait. I actually
Here's the thing. Well, they say people giving advice are often talking to themselves. I think the same thing, where it's like, I give him advice. I give Johnny Somali advice. I talk about and react to things. It's because if I was trying to preserve my brand and make sure I don't slip into the many follies, the many traps that is online content creation, it's advice back from me. I'm trying to be good-spirited towards him because this is what I would want to say to him if he was one of my Democrat by default friends that we grew.
See, but like, that's the thing. You're operating on in like a universe where you have morals and, you know, care about other people. Hassan doesn't have morals. Hassan doesn't care about other people. Like, at all. It's pretty much impossible to even interact with somebody who doesn't even live in the same universe as you.
Up and he became an insane person online. Like, hey, maybe you log off Reddit for a while and realize that's not the real world and you don't want to forever ruin the brand that is your face. Genuinely trying to say, like, hey, help yourself, because I would hope that I wouldn't fall into either this side of it, like trying to impress some liberal girls and being like, oh yeah, MAGA's bad, and you know, let's just go ahead and import our own culture's demise. Or the inverse, becoming so enthralled with MAGA that not being able to see, like, hey, he messed up those Epstein files. Hey, he kept on saying we'd stop bombing Iran, and we keep on bombing Iran. Like, we should still have a healthy relationship with this and criticize him for that.
How dare you have
but they can't do the
nuanced
same.
opinions,
And it's
Decoy.
like, yeah, he is.
You actually think through
he's
your
lost it.
positions?
I don't have that much of a problem with like a historical figure having a fucking AI chatbot. I don't know what the big deal is there. I mean, that's
I mean, a guy that everybody accuses of having AI chatbots in his chat would be defending the idea of using AI chatbots.
seems like one of those. That seems like one of those situations where it's not like that big of a deal, you know?
He's got to argue with his own audience.
You do? Grow a brain? Wait, really?
They come to his chat to get their moral virtues and their ideas, and even them at this level. Like, no, Hassan, I gotta educate you on this. AI bad. Which at least they're consistent on that. They're very big environmentalists. They don't like oil. They don't like fossil fuels. They should
The problem
not
is their
like...
consistency on that, it like doesn't really make any sense. And I mean, they're not really that consistent on it. They hate AI, but they don't hate all of the other horrible things like the actual terrible things that go on in the world. And the reasons for hating AI don't really make that much sense. I think there's valid criticisms of AI, of course, right? I'm not some like AI absolutist who think there's no danger with AI. I think it's certainly dangerous that people could end up like I'm just thinking about the younger generations, bro. What are we going to do about the people that just plug in all their thoughts into AI to get answers and like they have no free thinking skills whatsoever? Like, I think that's pretty dangerous. I think its effect on court, video evidence footage is going to be dangerous, right? Like, what are you going to do if somebody deep fakes you doing a crime and you don't have an alibi? Like, what are you supposed to do about that? But a lot of their criticisms, like AI art, like, bro, what are we even criticizing here? Oh, it's unethical. It's trained off of other people's art. Yeah, it's like, yeah, bro. Every human being since the dawn of time has trained off of somebody else's art. Like, what are we complaining about here? He says, as I'm using Grok to build a workout and diet plan, I'm feeling called out. Well, that's different than like, needing to use AI to do basic, like, 4+5 math. You know what I mean? Like, deepfakes used to scam old people and hack. Yeah, like, that's definitely dangerous. Everyone hates AI mass surveillance, AI chatbots on phone calls that run you in circles, etc. Yeah, like, need checks and balances with all new technology? Exactly, right? But the people who treat AI as though it's all bad or all good, I mean, like, it's totally not either. It can 100% be a useful tool, and it's really interesting how it can be used to do certain things, but, I mean, it could obviously become dangerous. I mean, I think it has a really high chance of becoming dangerous, because we don't exactly control the people that make the AI. Like, they could... I mean, we've already seen it happen to plenty of stuff like Gemini and stuff, where they just bake in the most woke, progressive garbage into the AI by default. And then you have a radicalized, machine super intelligence. Like, what are you supposed to do about that?
AI. They shouldn't even like Twitch with how much does it cost to run Twitch's servers?
Then haters pretend that using AI to make a cool picture.
4K videos
as well will usher in the AI surveillance
allegedly
dystopia,
20,000
which doesn't make
people when
logical
he
sense.
live
Yeah,
streams.
exactly.
Horrendous for the environment.
AI
as
raises
well,
the problem.
horrendous for the
Microsoft's not the way to do
environment.
it.
But I
True.
think that, sad to say, I want Elon Musk to get all the resources he can, all the nuclear power plants, and all the water he can to make XAI the best thing. Even ChatGPT, make it as good as possible. Because I believe, if you look at American AI and all the safety guardrails they have, you can't what was the one? You can't make copyrighted characters in your AI video. No SpongeBob's, no Iron Man in your video. Meanwhile, Chinese AI has no guardrails, and you can make entire Marvel scenes in their version of it. I think China being the forefront of AI is how you get a Skynet. I want America to win the AI wars.
I agree that I want America to win the AI wars, but I don't think... I mean, just in general, if the globalists run AI, it's cooked regardless, but it's always safer for it to be, you know, towards the American side rather than China. Like, China's freaking crazy, bro.
I mean, please elaborate. Boomer ass take, really? Hire an impersonator? I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you just like, it's just a chatbot. You know, who cares?
If American AI can't compete with Chinese AI, then it gets
pivots
bad,
his opinion to whatever the chat is telling him is permissible. It's your traditional windsock politics. I don't have values. I just see wherever the wind is blowing, and I go there too. Please like me more. Donate, and I'll dance to a song about Charlie Kirk. He's easily bullied. Yeah,
been so many.
We saw that with Shoe on Head's video about him the one time. I can't imagine somebody making an off-the-cuff comment about me and be like, Decoy, why do you wear the bat? Or why do you wear the hat? Is it because you're balding and the next episode you see me with a full-on, like, what do you call them? Like, a million hair plugs? Like, I can't imagine somebody just making fun of me. Someone that I allegedly don't care about, and I think they're an idiot, and I think everybody that follows that person is an idiot. I can't imagine Hassan saying something snarky about me and changing my entire life's trajectory for it. That is a low self-esteem individual.
It's not like you're. It's not
exactly
like I'm
what I was saying
talking about,
earlier,
like,
bro.
I don't know, bringing Tupac.
Says he doesn't care about these other people's opinions. Says he thinks they're like subhuman intellect, and then proceeds to change his wardrobe until the end of time because they criticize him. It's like, well, if you don't value their criticism, then you wouldn't change your wardrobe based on them making fun of you for it. It seems like you care. It seems like you actually think they're making valid points, which is why you changed your clothes. But he would never admit that, of course.
Graphic Tupac as an AI,
which is objectively fun. Like the AI on Fortnite, it was the funnest thing ever.
The AI Darth Vader, bro.
the AI Darth Vader. So
he was better
before
when he still said
passed
slurs.
away. James Earl Jones signed away his voice to AI, so you can procedurally generate it. So Fortnite, I think, is a fun game. You go out there, you encounter Darth Vader. So if you defeat him, he will join your side, and you have AI Darth Vader, and he talks to you. But before they brought up better guardrails, AI Vader, like, someone got AI Vader to rank the races. It's like, to hear the genuine
It was so funny when that was on
Star
Twitter,
Wars
bro.
villain on your path to running around. Just fighting Goku.
I miss when everybody wasn't so offended over everything 24/7, bro. Like, the internet's such a sad place now. Fall back, Goku. Goku has been shot. The AI Darth is so good. Made him say wild stuff. Yeah, bro. Ha, brown. The color of dirt and decay.
And fighting SpongeBob in the Fortnite universe is telling you who's inferior and who's inferior. They had since
the
patched
language
it,
of
but
spice
original AI
smugglers
Vader
and
was
whatever the
wild.
frick he says,
Again,
bro. Like, it's
is
just
it
so
polluting
funny.
is it polluting our rivers?
and decay.
Is it causing noise pollution? Is it stopping the bee population from reproducing? Yeah, probably.
Nurgle's
But it was like a
favorite
highlight of my
color? Yeah,
year.
dude.
back to life or something. It's fucking Teddy Roosevelt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not. Is it literally biting his nails?
It's been a long enough time. Like, it's fine.
I think his chat is inferring the environmental impact of AI and saying no.
The major problem is dumbass like Trump who think the ghost of Teddy Roosevelt is alive in AI.
Straw man, yeah.
They can hallucinate historical events. Yeah,
make
no,
stuff up, bro.
I agree.
Yes.
I am a Luddite, unashamed.
Hassan looks a little nervous.
I am an unashamed Luddite when it comes to AI usage for the most
You know
part,
he's
but
like
there is,
sweating because he bots his whole freaking chat, and he's like, "Oh man, I hope they never figure it out." I mean, lucky for him, his entire chat probably isn't capable of rubbing two neurons together, but
certain things that I don't think are that crazy. As long as it's like historically accurate, like the Teddy Roosevelt, and as long
All I think is, it's just like the internet where like the UK says, don't let kids on social media because it infects them and it makes them sad. It's like, no, you just parent them enough to let them know social media isn't real.
I think it's so funny that the UK solution to stuff like that is, oh yeah, just don't let them on the internet. Like, don't look at the parenting problem or anything. I mean, to be fair, they're basically imported the worst problem of all time into their country. Like, you can't even walk outside as a white woman and not be in danger in London.
We're not all gonna have beautiful lifestyles. Even if you see a beautiful woman or a beautiful man, they're likely augmented on social media. It's fake. As long as somebody that's communicating with AI, let it be
No,
a
guys, I'm all
chatbot,
natural, trust
let it
me.
be just ChatGPT,
What you see right now is the real
or let
me.
it be a video, whatever it may be. As long as somebody is 100% aware you are talking to AI, artificially generated content, it's okay to your own discretion. But here they are saying, well, I can't tell my AI girlfriend isn't me, so obviously we can't have an AI chatbot for, or AI Teddy Roosevelt because people are too stupid to realize the difference. He has such disdain for his own audience. It's kind of sad to see him like, these are the people that pay him. This is what allows him to do whatever he wants in life, and he's always there. But it's like,
Yo, how do I get
it's
some
because he's
mind-rotted
cultivated.
zealots in my chat? You know what I'm saying? I just need some people to blow smoke up. These people literally pay this guy to sit there and have no original thoughts of his own. Like, when can I get that? Nice to know at least one of the streamers I watch is real. Yeah, bro.
He's built his own prison.
Hassan, all you say is America bad. All you say is
Actually,
America bad.
if you
Hassan,
encountered
hate
me
America.
in person, this is exactly
Because
what I'd look like.
The idea of loving America has been totally held hostage by some of the worst figures that unironically destroy America with regular frequency.
Man
whether it
talking
be-
about
if they
loving
cut this
America
off,
while
or is it
actively
actually
hating
him
America.
strategically cut off that weird painting that he has in the background.
be the Republican Party, whether
Audience
it be Donald
captured.
Trump,
That's a
whether
word,
it be the parasitic capital owner class. Okay? America, the entity, has not served.
Wait, did he say that the rich people are the parasitic class, not the people on welfare are the parasitic class? Interesting.
Americans, okay? The American people.
Well, Hassan,
get-
you're wealthy, so you lumping yourself in there too? Oh no, guys, just like the billionaires and the trillionaires, you know, just not the multimillionaires or anything. You know, I don't live in a $3 million mansion. I'm actually poor, chat. Like, come on, man. It's always funny when you hear these people that are like, "Oh, eat the rich." Meanwhile, they're really rich. And they're like, "Oh, no, not like my wealth level, just like the people with a gazillion dollars." I mean, once you reach that point of wealth, what's the freaking difference, bro? Oh, I don't own a freaking jetliner. It's like, yeah, dude, nobody needs to own a jetliner for the most part. Like, once you reach the level of, I don't have to look at my bills anymore. I mean, bro, like, grass is always greener, I guess, dude. Like,
I care about the American people. I care about the working class.
As long as they're not white, Christian, or MAGA, then he cares about them.
I care about I care about the working class. I care about the people. Don't ask why I want to raise your taxes by 4 bazillion%. You know, don't ask why I want to screw over all your employers so that you can't actually have a job anymore.
America, the nation state, is...
And does he have
Don't
shoulder
ask
pads?
why I want to remove the ability for you to be able to pay for your own actual good health care. Don't worry about all that stuff, you know. Yes, Bao. How you
in
doing,
his
bro?
jacket. And here's the thing is, it shouldn't matter what he wears. He should be able to be casual, be
He wants you to
fancy,
be
whatever
forced
it
into
is. Stop listening
crappy
to your
Canadian
audience because I'm
healthcare
telling you right
system that
now,
just kills you.
a lot of you guys are here and are fans, but there's going to be a very, very large minority, loud minority of you, of people that just hate me and want to alter the chat. Like I learned early on, what you'll have is somebody you've never seen before pops in there, says they've been around a lot, and they're trying to derail you. They're trying to make your show that everybody tuned in because they like you about what they say, what they do, and how they would run your show.
And when all that money they don't actually have, we need to sell their businesses off and crash the economy so I can have an extra nickel in my bank account. Yeah.
If you're catering to the most sensitive minority in your audience, it has to be about you. It's not because you're self-centered. It's just because we're all congregating around
complains
one
about
person.
Capitalism all day.
He's
Meanwhile,
trying to run his
he's
thing
a
by committee,
multi-millionaire based on it.
His detractors picking his outfit, essentially.
But I mean, of course, it would be beneficial for him to implement something like that, because once you start stripping the resources away from people, nobody's even going to be able to touch your wealth level. So you'll be completely insulated from the effects of it. Like, that's why he doesn't care. He would never have to worry about being regulated to like free state healthcare that practically kills you. Hamas Pegger, yeah.
Entirely by who it is, by the people that are inside of it. Okay,
he doesn't have to worry about his taxes getting raised because he has so much money that he doesn't care. Like, it will substantially hurt everyone under him, and it won't hurt him basically at all. Eat the rich. Oh, and buy my GQ magazine. Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, and donate to my Twitch channel. Only the necessities, of course.
I fight for the American people. I fight for Americans. I fight for the working class.
The working class. Wasn't he just making fun of people that make $30K a year? He was just disparaging people that make $30K a year. There's a lot of them out there. No. He fights on behalf of terrorists overseas. I feel like that's his
North Star. Live on $30K a year?
General, I don't fight for America the entity. Especially if America the entity does not serve the interests of its people. And it clearly does not.
But he doesn't see us as of America's people. He doesn't see MAGA conservatives.
What cult icons are on his tie?
It doesn't serve that.
No
it serves
idea,
people that undocumented people that are here for welfare. The disdain for his chin.
Wouldn't be surprised if he just had a tie that just says Mao's face on it.
Who have literally ruined this.
Wait, have we ever seen him look happy-go-lucky? Like, you'll see, if you just, like, when I'm scrubbing through my live streams,
I've never actually heard Hassan be
I'm like
happy.
a goddamn cartoon character. I'm moving around so much. I'm like, I feel like it's like a kid. He has too much energy. I'm just trying to make it lighthearted, having fun.
You can live on 30K years
topics,
just hard?
but
I'm just trying to think, like, bro, rent costs so much everywhere. Like, I feel like you'd be in debt just to pay rent.
Trying to, like, be about it. The only time I've ever seen him have fun, like look like he's genuinely enjoying himself, or maybe just pretending to enjoy himself, is when he's dancing about Charlie Kirk. Every other time I see him arguing with his chat, furrowing his brow, it kind of seems like he's just...
It's just funny that he would disparage people that are making 30K a year, and it's like, bro, you claim to be like the champion for people in that bracket. Meanwhile, you're actively disparaging them. Same thing Pokemon does or whatever. If you're a broke boy, just say so, or whatever, man. Like, these people are so disingenuous. It's crazy.
Be there. It's miserable. He was happy before COVID.
I miss when rent was only really 1/6 of a budget.
Be like a,
you don't like it being 75% of your budget?
Hey, I get the most views when I talk politics. I don't do video games, so let me just do politics only. Then gets angry. Hey, I've only cultivated an audience of people that do that do politics. Like, I can't even game anymore. You guys don't let me game anymore. It's like, yeah, you've audience captured.
He builds his entire audience off of Twitter drama,
that's
and
what
then
you keep on getting
upset
applauded for.
that his audience
There's a reason
only
why they
thinks
don't
in
want to
terms
see you
of
play
Twitter drama.
Fortnite or Minecraft. You didn't cater to that audience, and they walked away from you.
Country.
Like, it's funny that he does his Cuba trip and he's like upset that people in his chat are talking about, like what people are posting about him on Twitter or Reddit or something. It's like, bro, this is the audience you created, man. Google says on a $30,000 salary, you can live comfortably in places like McAllen, Texas, Harlingen, Texas, Decatur, Illinois, where the cost of living is 10 to 20% below the national average.
For its people,
if we're doing kind of
you could definitely survive off of 30K. It's just that I feel like it would not be.
Yeah, we love America because we don't want to pay for the food stamps of all people. And when people say they go online and complain, I can't buy candy or soda with my food stamps anymore.
30K a year is
America's
$14.40
doing
an hour.
Good. It's the parasitic features that are getting cut off. But he's saying, the idea of loving America is held hostage. It's like, no. This is coming from the same guy that said this.
America bad, and you just run with that. And if you're a campist, if you say America bad, and you just run with that. And if you're a
think I've ever
campus
been to
in
Illinois.
general, right?
And
You're
better be growing
probably
your own
going to be on the
vegetables and
right
chickens.
side of.
That's so base, by the way. Like, to grow your own food and, like, raise your own livestock, like, that's base, bro. We need more people like that who are self-sufficient. Like, isn't it a shame how self-sufficient people used to be, like, back in the day? Like, kids grew up and they knew, and they had, like, knowledge of self-accountability and, like, having responsibilities because they worked on the freaking farm or whatever. It's not fun, but it definitely used to be easier on 30K. Yeah. I mean, inflation, what? What's inflation at? Like, I swear grocery store prices are up like 75%. I grow my own pizza rolls in the grocery store freezers. Is it possible to learn this power?
Most arguments, like
Saying the North Star is don't like America.
98% of the time, maybe the 2% of the
People used to
time,
be able
it's
to
like
get property to be
devastatingly
self-sufficient. That's also true. Chopping heads off of chickens and eating them the next day. People couldn't handle doing that now. People couldn't even handle, like, harvesting chicken eggs anymore. Like, people are so soyed out.
bad, but like 98% is a pretty good track record. Who thought it was like making fun of Mao Zedong?
That is a good point, Al, right? Like, it's practically, I mean, it just costs so much money to buy any amount of land to begin with, let alone buy land with a house on it that's big enough to then buy chickens and, you know, whatever else. So that is true. It's a really good point. I didn't like doing it. I usually got my dad to do it. Yeah, I can't imagine liking doing it.
And never will. Mao Zedong is a one of the great leaders of this world. If you say America bad,
Yeah. I'm not against America. I'm for the American citizens. By the way, Mao Zedong, one of the greatest leaders. We should be more like Mao Zedong. How come we don't have our own Mao in this country? Yeah, 30 million dead from Mao. Exactly. But he sees that as a victory.
He does see it as a victory because he wants to exterminate half of the population of the U.S. Like, that's his dream. That's his goal. He doesn't care either because he'll be insulated from all of it. I knew a guy who had a chicken farm. He was immune to salmonella. I don't know why I said salmonella. Salmonella. They're going to make AI design 3D printers that print up concrete houses that are amazing. I've actually seen those before. They look uncanny, though. I'll be honest. Like, commies are good at starving their own. Unfortunately, Hassan's too rich to be the person getting starved. He'd be the one starving everybody else. Yeah, the 3D concrete houses, they look uncanny, but I guess that's the way. Like, I miss back when, like, houses were pretty, bro. Like, houses used to be a form of art. You know, people used to, like, have house designers and make the interiors of houses look really unique and stuff. Nowadays, houses are just like, all right, we've got a crew of Mexicans. We have pre-built walls. Slap them all up, paint them all the same color. That's just what neighborhoods are nowadays. Everything cheap prefab now, burn up in 10 minutes. I don't like the cookie cutter neighborhoods. I don't like them either. When they make the designs better, imitate Victorian houses, but 3D concrete printed. Just, like, there are definitely some places you can still go. You know, generally the less populated areas in states where there's still, like, intricate house detailing and, you know, cool, like, houses that you're like, wow, this person's house looks really different from another person's house down the street. But especially in areas that are, like, big and growing, man, they're either just constantly throwing up apartment buildings that all look the same, or they're all throwing up houses that all look the same. And it's really ugly. And then print them out of Roman concrete so it lasts 1,000 years. Yeah, we'll see with the 3D house printing. It's definitely interesting. It's just like, man, the housing, it's cookie cutter enough right now. I would hate to see it all, like, be this, like, 3D printed looking, everything looks the same. I mean, it's better than being homeless, though. That's also, It's better than being homeless, so, can't complain too much, I guess. They're just going to start 3D printing the houses and only give them the migrants. All right, I wanted to watch this because I feel like the background in PC always gives really good breakdowns on the gaming industry at the moment.
It's a little hard to believe that just a few weeks ago, we were coming off of the whole summer showcase season, all feeling pretty good about things. Trailers for days, big reveals, everybody hyped, the sun was shining, the birds were chirping. I looked away for 5 minutes, and when I looked back, the entire AAA industry was on fire. I won't lie to you, it has been kind of a challenge trying to keep up with all of it these past couple weeks. I had to break the screen time limit I set on my phone and give in to my chronically on.
I don't know how she can stand to I need to move my head. I don't know how she can stand to, I don't know how she can stand to keep up with the AAA gaming industry, dude. Like, if it's Western, just don't buy it. That's my advice anytime the AAA industry comes up.
Online self once more, because in the span of what feels like a single week, we got historic layoffs, studio closures, developers going on strike, Sony deciding that right now was the perfect time to announce they are killing like physical 40K discs,
dining
Xbox
tables.
Getting up in front of everyone to admit they blew $20 billion and are now scrambling to right the ship, and then somehow through all of this, Nintendo is just standing off to the side with suspiciously good behavior. After basically losing the Power World patent war, they immediately pivot to announcing an Ocarina of Time remake.
Nintendo is so funny, dude. Nintendo's just immune from consequences to anything, because they've managed to gatekeep their IP and franchises so that you're literally forced to suck up to Nintendo if you ever want to have fun with a Mario, Zelda, whatever kind of game. Has anyone else noticed the discrepancy of the Echoes of Aincrad on Steam? I've never even heard of that game, actually. Except GTA 6. The only AAA game I would even glance at was Space Marine 2. That's true.
Giving staff in Japan further raises and adding new maps to Mario Kart World.
I'm not buying GTA 6, bro. GTA 6 is getting a fat avoid from me. Like, obviously me not buying the game isn't going to affect anything. That game's going to push a bazillion copies. But I'm not interested, man. Like, I just don't think it's going to be the same. I don't think it's going to have the same charm GTA 5 had. I want to see the rise of hundreds of small gaming companies making decent games for gamers in the way gamers want. That's what AI is going to do, probably. Patenting in-game mechanics should be illegal. I'm concerned for the next Fallout.
Does that finally make the game worth $80?
For the next one.
But it is a nice gesture.
The last
Sometimes when
one was
something catches
terrible.
fire, all it does is destroy. But every now and then, from the ashes, something better rises.
Consider your concern for the next one after Fallout 76, bro.
You know how storage prices have been absolutely
76 was the last Fallout game, right? And that game is awful.
Well, the RAM cartel, aka Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron, who between the three of them make up something like 90% of the world's memory, just got hit with a class action lawsuit. The suit basically says that they have all been in cahoots to choke the supply and drive the prices up.
It's literally going to be that
two of those three have already pled guilty to doing this exact same thing back in 2005. Very interesting. And speaking of finding new ways to squeeze people...
Oh, we did talk about the RAM, thing. I feel like it was last week or whatever. I'm concerned about Bethesda still making games. True. But I still play 76, really? No, but we did talk about the RAM price fixing thing. It's because the fines they get for doing this is so tiny compared to the actual amount of money that they're making by doing it. Like, even if you account for inflation for the last time they got called out for it and had to pay the fine, it was like nothing compared to the amount of money that they're going to make by raising the prices to an exorbitant degree. Like, the slap on the wrist fines that these companies get just simply doesn't matter. Like, they're recouping all the cost. Not gonna lie, after Fallout 76, after Fallout 4/76 and starting out Metro today, I couldn't give half a crap about Fallout anymore. I mean, to be honest, them making a card game would be concerning. Has anyone been ripped off by buying the Ultimate Edition? Dude, if they ever add, additions to the game, I make sure to buy the cheapest version, because game editions, they either just give you, slop cosmetics that nobody cares about, or it's or you're paying for like crappy future DLC or something ridiculous. You're getting like some weird pre-order bonus that nobody wants.
EA announced an entirely new advertising division, an actual department
EOE
built from the ground up specifically to sell
but
brands
upgrade is
ad space
only $30
inside of their
a fee.
games, which is kind of wild because EA has been telling us it's in the game for 30 years now. We all just
Fallout
assumed that
TV
they
show
were
is
talking
already
about
enough
the
to make
football.
me
It has
never
been
buy
a
another
historic
Fallout game.
week for both the industry and separately for Gooners.
Your D2
Marvel Rivals
PTSD
dropped a
is
Captain
speaking.
America summer skin that I am pretty
Guys, what the fuck? Yo!
sure has already gotten nerfed at this point.
What
But then
the fuck?
Fortnite went
Nah, he built just like me for real. I mean, what? No, but no, guys. Marvel Rivals only sexualizes the female characters. Obviously, you know, we're just objectifying. You're objectifying women if you like Marvel Rivals. Like, dear God, bro. Cap's freaking schlong's taking up half my screen. What the actual? Yo, like, bro, it gotta be a freaking censorship on that.
and added jiggle
What the
physics
hell?
back into the game for the first time in what?
Fortnite
8
added
years or
jiggle
something,
physics
so
back? That's hilarious. Wait, they added them back? Fortnite had jiggle physics? What?
It's kind of a wash, but as we all know, Gooners United are never divided. Now, it has been a minute since we have
felt
talked
it
about
slap
stop
me in
killing
the
games on
face.
this channel, but they have unfortunately
like-
had a rough couple of weeks. First, they
Bro
got
got
let
the
down by the
Dragon
EU
Slayer in his
Commission,
pants.
and then
Like,
again by the
legit,
state of
dude. That was
California, who
freaking-
halted the Protect Our Games bill. But they are still out there fighting the good fight for
was
digital
crazy.
games consumer rights, so I am still very much rooting for them. Although now,
need
on
to
top of
shower.
that, they've also got to fight people on Twitter, because they shouted out a few creators the other day who have been big supporters
That
of the
was crazy.
movement,
I did
and
not
one of
expect
those
that. That was
creators
funny,
is
though.
Asmongold. And, well, you can probably imagine how some people on there have responded. On another note, Black Myth Wukong
How dare you sign the Stop Killing Games petition? Like, it's so funny to me that there's anybody even against that in the first place. It's like, yeah, no, I want these companies to be able to just turn off my game. Duh. Like, some people are so weird, man. That was almost as bad as Feeble's Horse Bros video. I have no idea what you're referring
is getting
to.
a full global concert, which is honestly really cool. My only question is whether that cute little baby Buddha is going to be there. Meanwhile, the Odyssey is continuing to get heavily ratioed on its latest
I love how
trailer.
she had to bring up the
Yes,
Odyssey,
I did
dude.
do my part, and I also learned recently
the
that
Helen
the
of
official
Detroit.
tie-in game for this movie is on Roblox. So between
Dude,
that and
the Odyssey is like, they just chose the worst actors ever to put in this kind of movie. What were they thinking? Like, John Bernthal might be the only person that even looks like he would even fit in the setting to begin with. Like, I don't know why they chose these, like, Marvel actors and, you know, like, people you would never expect to see. I don't know what Ellen Page has been in before. Was she in, she was in, like, some kind of Harry Potter or something, right? Am I crazy? That's the thing, they weren't thinking. It was just like, it's Christopher Nolan. Not normally known for making such slop. Umbrella Academy. Okay, I see, that's what it was. Ellen Page was also, no, she was in Marvel, actually. She was in the old X-Men movies. She was Kitty Pryde, I think. Now that I think about it. Check the DLC pack for the Ultimate Edition is $10 less, or am I mathing wrong? I got no idea.
the sold out IMAX tickets, I genuinely do not know who this movie is supposed to be for. The last time I sat in a theater for a Christopher Nolan movie that wasn't Barbenheimer was Inception, which, when you think about it, is exactly what he is trying to do to me right now, planting the idea somewhere deep in my subconscious that this movie is somehow going to be good. And finally, Final Fantasy XIV is now handing Japanese players a giant in-game dog for paying their real-life taxes, and I do have to say, that is hands down the cutest, most effective.
Yo, can I get in-game cosmetics for paying tax? Can I get anything for paying taxes, please? Thank you. I don't like getting robbed.
Effective tax
probably
campaign
bought
I
their own
probably have
tickets.
ever seen in my life. Pay your taxes, get a big dog. The IRS could.
To be honest, I think
Speaking
he
of
was thinking,
taxes
just
coming
thinking
due,
peak cynicism
we have to
instead
talk
of
about
actual logic.
Xbox. Huge historic layoffs were announced yesterday. This is the most massive, brutal restructure in the entire history of the company.
Okay, objectively speaking, Xbox 100% had to do this restructure. Like, they're literally just setting money on fire. Whether this will actually be effective, come on. I just simply don't believe in these people. at all. They produced straight up heinous slop for the last however long. Since the Xbox One reveal, Xbox has just basically been non-existent. Like, Sony's absolutely killed them. And you see how bad Sony's doing?
They are cutting 3,200 employees through fiscal year 2027, and 1,600 of those people are getting let go immediately.
Free sloppy
Getting
for
into
playing
what we
taxes.
know and
Get
what
on it,
Asha,
Trump.
the new CEO,
I don't know
shared with
about that,
everyone,
bro.
they are straight up offloading a bunch of their own game studios that they previously bought, because in their words, they have realized Xbox is
From what I've
not
heard,
the
they
best
aren't
home
firing
for
enough
every type of
management, though.
studio, which is just a very polished way of
Probably,
saying
maybe,
we
I
spent
don't
a
know.
fortune collecting all of these teams and we don't want to play with them anymore. Double Fine, the Psychonaut studio, and Compulsion, who just put out South of Midnight, are both getting told to go be independent again while getting to keep their IPs, which I actually think is really cool of Xbox. But Ninja Theory, the Hellblade team, plus Undead Labs, who have not put out a game in the last 8 years, are getting sold off to brand new owners who have not been named yet. On top of all of this, they are being even more transparent about the whole thing by confessing previously that they blew $20 billion over the past 5 years and
Like,
are
bro.
effectively bleeding cash at this point.
How does your company even still exist if you set $20 billion on fire? Like, that's crazy, man.
Asha openly admitted that the entire Xbox business model as it stands right now is fundamentally
20 billion on
unhealthy.
DEI, I bet. Yeah,
she
exactly.
said that their profit margins are somewhere between 3 and 10 times lower than their platform competitors. And then she dropped the fact that in a typical year, this division was losing 64 cents on every single dollar that Microsoft put into it.
You're losing 2/3 of every dollar. Dear God. Like, this is some generational level mismanagement.
A huge amount of that traces right back to the fact that their big master plan did not work out the way that they intended. They tried to be everything all at once: console, PC, cloud, and bet the whole house on Game Pass. Everything into going multi-platform, everything into buying up these massive studios, and none of it grew the
You
way
don't want to pay an exorbitant price for Game Pass where you don't use 95% of the game catalog, but instead it's going to end up with you paying way more than you would have had paid just for the actual games you want to play? Wow. This is the exact same thing that they want to do with the cloud gaming services in the future, by the way, right? They're going to have them be nice, decent value entry costs. And then once everybody is on board, they're just going to jack the prices up to infinity. And you could be paying freaking $400 a year to even, like, play video games. Because your hardware can't handle it anymore.
they had hoped. Asha admitted that they now find themselves competing not only with the largest publishers, but also with smaller independent studios, which further proves indie and some AA have really been dominating the industry. Instead of Game Pass lifting the business up though, they kept throwing more and more money at it, hoping that it would just turn around, which comes right after they lost millions of subscribers last year when they raised the subscription price, a price that they have since had to lower again. Like we talked about at the start with the RAM cartel, there is the actual Xbox console piece to all of this too. Xbox, much like Sony and Nintendo, have raised prices on old consoles to compensate for the whole RAM and storage mess, but underneath all of that, it is also a pretty huge and public admission that console sales are just in the absolute
It'll become government subsidized and people on welfare will have Game Pass. You imagine? Honestly, sadly, I can't imagine it.
Both Xbox and Sony are sitting at their lowest hardware sales in something like 2 decades now. But even with that...
But it's so deserved for them to be sitting that low. They've produced actual garbage for, like, so long at this point. It's that I, like, can't even remember the last time that they produced something good. Like, consistently. Like, what is Sony's track record for live service games? Like, 1 for 6 or something ridiculous? 1 for 13? I don't remember what it is. It's, like, as bad as it can possibly be. And then they double down and they're like, no, guys, we're going to keep pumping out this slop.
What actually sells a console? The games. We will be coming back to Sony in just a bit on this, but for Xbox in particular, you know the phrase designed by committee? Asha said that in some parts of the company, even a basic piece of work or normal everyday decision has to drag itself through as many as 14 layers of management.
See,
before
that's completely stupid. That should never have been the case to begin with. Cutting that down will help immensely, I'm sure. I don't know if I believe in Xbox's ability to make anything good anymore. Like, the Western industry is so chopped that I just have no faith.
Anything actually happens. Yes, 14 layers of management. She said the whole corporate structure got so incredibly bloated that their platform teams actually grew 40% bigger this console generation, even as the number of people playing and the amount of time that they were playing were both going down. So these teams just ballooned like crazy while the audience was shrinking, and now they are working really hard to fix that. Given that insane management pipeline, though, what games did all of that time, money, and management actually get them? Well, there's Halo Infinite, which bled players so fast that at one point Microsoft just renamed 343 Industries to
Twitter's
Halo
not a big fan of me, apparently,
in an attempt to scrub off all of the bad vibes. And then, of course, there's Bethesda, and genuinely, Todd, what have you guys been doing this entire time? What did all of that time and all that money actually...
The thing is, you can never make me hate Todd, bro. Like, he's just something about Todd, man. He's just unhateable. I don't know what it is. Xbox has basically abandoned half the IPs they bought and finally admitted they should not have bought them, yeah. Sony would be wise to do the same thing. Release some of the IPs that they just had frozen for years. I don't think they're going to do that.
Buy for you. There was Starfield, I guess. There was Redfall, unfortunately. And then just total and utter silence on Elder Scrolls 6. Although that looks like it is finally starting to change, because it seems like they are being marched right back to their big IPs, more or less by force. We also got Bleeding Edge, more Hellblade, Avowed, The Outer Worlds 2. Well, commercial flops. Like Xbox stated, obviously a huge amount of this ultimately comes down to a gross mismanagement of money, of production, timelines, expectations, overhiring, but it is also that they were pouring all of that money into the wrong types of games, chasing the wrong ideas coming out of their own studios, like the no curvy women in games. Microsoft.
Is that a curve on a woman? Shield your eyes.
It went into HR initiatives.
They have to look as ugly as possible,
hiring
please.
Expensive consultants to explain their own players back to them. It went into working with companies like Sweet Baby Inc., who once reportedly admitted that on top of making everything feel a little bit more fake and gay, their other stated goal was to just burn the industry to the ground, which I don't know if they fully thought that one all the way through, because if the industry burns down,
Todd reminds me of Steve Jobs.
Their jobs. However, there are still games on the horizon. We have got the upcoming Gears of War, Halo remake, Fable. Although, Asha, if you can somehow hear me, I would possibly be interested in the new Fable if you could just fix the character models, because right now almost every
fix the faces, dude.
The character looks like they would chew on drywall. But despite my jokes, I really am not trying to dance on anyone's grave here.
Oh my gosh, bro. What did they do to her?
We will see whether Xbox actually turns out to be a phoenix that rises out of all of this, or whether it just burns to the ground. And to be honest with you, I do think Asha is handling a really terrible hand.
Another Halo
about
remake?
As well as anyone realistically could right now.
It's just... This remake is going to be so... But it's not even really a remake, man. I feel like so much of the game is like cobbled together stuff from other games and just their own like invented stuff that they want to throw in the game. Right in the game through the opposite of a beauty filter. Yeah. The ugliness filter, dude.
As much as journalists and podcasters try to say the opposite, the hard truth of
Sergeant
it is
Johnson is Steve Harvey now.
You can't keep making things that are
Gotta go,
losing
might be
you
back
money.
later,
You
might
can't
not.
keep
Have a good
pouring
night,
your
Penny.
best people and your
appreciate
biggest
you,
budgets
Soundbite.
into the areas that are bleeding you dry. At some point, you do have to be willing to stop, figure out the things that you are actually the best in the world at, and then go do those things better than anybody else. Which is why the ending line that Asha gave kind of stuck with me the most out of all of this, by saying that Xbox will not be the company that mistakes longevity for inevitability. I think that is spot on, so let's see if they can stick the landing.
Admittedly,
so,
I really did think that the Xbox, that the CEO's, thing where she came out was just like, bro, we're laying off everybody because we're just setting money on fire. I was like, you know what? It was pretty good, in my personal opinion. I thought the statement was pretty good. The fact of the matter is, like, she pointed out a lot of really big problems within Xbox that need to be addressed. But I just don't know if I believe in them to actually do it, because they've shown time and time and time again that they're retarded and they can't ever seem to make good decisions anymore. Like, you'll have to prove me wrong at this point. Like, you've lost any benefit of the doubt you could have ever possibly had for me over the last decade of being complete and total garbage. At least they walk back the Game Pass price partially. Game Pass is just a joke, man. Like, it's way too expensive for a catalog of games where it's like, yeah, you have access to an absolutely ton of games. Plenty of them are just straight up garbage, for one. And, like, people aren't going to play the amount of games that they have available in Game Pass for the most part. Most people don't like hopping between 47 different games and playing 2 hours on, like, each of them. I know some people that do it, like, but it's just not the most popular way to do things, right? And eventually you're just going to end up paying way more for Game Pass than you would have paid to just buy the games that you want to play. The problem is the requirement for playing games online too. I need to keep it so the kids can play.
Xbox is over there confessing everything and at least trying to right the ship.
PC
Sony
version.
is doing the complete opposite. Sony is out back calmly and methodically, just lighting whatever goodwill they have on fire and just watching it burn for fun. Because they dropped an absolute bomb of an announcement, sat back and watched the internet completely lose its mind, and have since remained very silent.
The disc stuff is bad. I mean, they just want to erase physical media. But we've known that they've been trying to do this for a while now. They don't want you to actually own the games you have. They want to just be able to turn off the games that you play on a whim. And it's going to be really bad for future consoles and stuff like that because you're not going to be able to play your old copies of games anymore. It's going to be literally impossible. Like, there's not going to be backwards compatibility or anything like that. Maybe they'll add an add-on to your console that costs way too much money to let you plug in your old discs, but I highly doubt it. They're just going to resell you all the games that you want to play. Or you're going to be forced to go back and play the previous generation console.
We are talking, I think, 140 million views on Twitter alone at this point, and then they just vanished. Went totally
100K replies to 65K likes. Need some good cloud companies to archive that stuff.
radio silent, which is a very bold strategy, I have to say. Just drop the biggest news possible and then disappear into thin air while everyone stands around waiting to jump you the second you show your face again. Do you remember when the Ubisoft guy told everyone to get comfortable not owning your games? At the time, we all dragged him for it, but now I am kind of starting to wonder, did he know? Was he actually trying to warn us? Like,
I mean, he wasn't trying to warn you. He probably also wants you to not own your games. Because these people, I mean, they've consistently shown it that they do not care for the consumer whatsoever. They just want to push their agendas. And, you know, they want to be able to change stuff in your game and you not be able to do anything about it. They want to be able to turn off your game and you not be able to do anything about it. They want to be able to lock your game behind some kind of paywall and make you not be able to do anything about it. They want as much control over the consumer as possible. The consumer having physical media removes a lot of the control that they're able to have over you. And they don't like that very much. They'll overreach restricting entertainment and something will fill the vacuum. People are just going to start making their own AI video games and all of these big gaming studio companies are just going to disintegrate into ashes. That's why Nintendo never wanted CDs. That news is decades in the making, though.
Some kind of sacrificial lamb sent out ahead to soften us up before this news landed. I don't know. I thought about it too much because here is what Sony actually said. Physical discs are dead by 2028, as in starting January of 2028, you will not be getting a real physical disc for any new games launching on PlayStation anymore, first and third party. And of course, this leads us to the bigger conversation about ownership, specifically digital ownership, and I'm putting the air quotes here because as we all know, this is a joke. It is the entire reason the movement Stop Killing Games even exists in the first place. And Sony went and proved the whole point themselves perfectly because in the exact same breath as announcing they are going fully digital, they also went ahead and deleted
over 500
AI cookie
clicker, bro? That's actually a pretty good idea.
Movies that people had already paid for right out of their libraries over licensing agreements, which pretty much tells you everything you need to know
idle games are surprisingly popular. I never
ownership
realized it, but the one on Steam, I swear it's always at the top of Steam charts. People just always seem to have it running or whatever. It's a good idea for the one on Steam, though. The way it works with like the Steam Marketplace or whatever. I'm calling it Bernie as VTubers. That's
actually
goofy.
means to them. And if all of that somehow still wasn't enough, in case you thought they didn't want to burn more than just goodwill, a week ago, the Sony CEO got up and announced that apparently failing at live service games 11 separate times still isn't enough for them. Because even after
So it was
wasting
11 times.
$3.6 billion on Bungie alone, only to lay off a big chunk of that same staff,
Pays an exorbitant amount of money for Bungie, lays off everybody that worked on the game that was actually getting anybody to play it. Like, bro. What are they thinking? To be fair, Bungie totally deserved it. Bungie's been horrible for years and years and years. It's basically just a skinwalker of a studio. Like, nobody that actually made the good games from Bungie is still working there anymore for the most part. Yet it'll be funny, Xbox gets bought in 10 years by Leaf It Gaming.
even after having to put Concord down behind the barn after just
Leaflet
2 weeks,
Studios,
even after canceling The
Angel
Last
Sword.
of Us Online at 80% completion, they came right out and said that they
instead
are
of a new
still
Baldur's Gate, you're gonna be
aggressively
playing
pushing
the-
forward to
the new
revitalize
Lyrian
their
Chronicles
live
game,
service
bro.
pipeline. You know what they say about doing the same thing over and over again and expecting
double
different
down on
results.
Marathon. Just nobody even plays
Somebody's about
Marathon.
to find out.
Don't
for the
really
12th time.
understand
With all of that, you have to
keeping that
ask,
game around.
where is all of the money going now? Why are Horizon fans who just wanted the next Horizon game out here getting handed Horizon Hunters Gathering
back to
instead?
pre-ordering
Why are
games
they
if Leaflet's
still
making stuff?
funneling hundreds of millions of dollars to Neil Druckmann just so he can play arts and crafts when the audience has told
I'd buy a
them,
Leaflet
well,
game just to support Leaflet. Even if she made something I didn't want to play, I'd still buy it. You know, support the actual people in the industry who want to make good stuff and who appreciate the people that watch them or are their customers or, you know, play their game or whatever.
And clearly that they do not want it. On top of this, Sony exclusives have been dropping in revenue for the last 5 years now, so really, where are all the big, real system-selling exclusives that are supposed to justify these upcoming $1,000 consoles? Even
They
their whole
don't.
strategy
They
of
kill off
porting
all their
everything over to
franchises
PC
that people
managed to
actually care
backfire
about.
on them because they would just sit on those games for years before releasing them, and then when they finally did, they would turn around and charge you full price for a game that was already 3 years old. I don't know though, honestly, at this point, they kind of just seem like they want to sit back and enjoy watching the world burn. Because hey, at least the shareholders are happy. All of this news signals to me that AAA is finally finding out. After
One of those
effing
new
around for
AMD
quite a
AI
bit, you can
PCs?
only blow so
I don't really
much
know what you're
money,
talking
be
about,
so unorganized and mismanaged, mistreat, and flat out ignore your true customer base for so long before it all catches up with you. You mess around for too long, and eventually, the bill comes due. My question is, how are all of these impacted studios going to respond to this pressure? Will they finally be willing to make those tough business calls? Will they finally listen to their audience?
No. Unfortunately, all these studios, for the most part, are just filled with people that have been given a chance in the gaming industry for no real reason whatsoever. The AMD Halo AI box. I've never heard of what you're talking about. But, most of these studios have failed upwards to begin with, right? Like, they shouldn't even be in the positions they're in now. Like, how many studios have just produced straight up garbage and, you know, been given a position at another big publisher or something like that? It's just bizarre to me.
And pay attention to the market? Will they have a better takeaway from all of this than just blaming gamers like so many before them? Only time will tell. Alright, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for being here. There is so much happening right now. It is a lot, but like I have said so many times before, for every single studio and company acting up, there are so many devs and studios out there just grinding away in the middle of all of this chaos who truly deeply love making games and who love the people that they are making them for, and the more that we can support those people and show up for them, the better all of this gets. That is the flip side of finding out, I think, because for every company scrambling around right now, trying to figure out where it all went so wrong and why their audience walked away, there is a studio somewhere that never had to ask themselves that question in the first place. Thank you all again for being here. I know it has been a little bit since my last video, so thank you for sticking with me. Once again, you guys really are the main characters here. I am just so happy to be your background NPC. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, gaming industry's cooked. I hope Xbox can turn it around. Obviously, I want Xbox and PlayStation to do. Why did they mocap the cube? Yeah, and why did they hire the actor from The Boys to do it? It just, like, we're just setting money on fire for no reason. But, I hope Xbox can turn it around. I really do. Like, I want these companies to be good. I complain about them because I want them to be good. But I have no faith. I think they'll continue to be complete slop for the foreseeable future. Corporate mentality plus gaming industry equals fail. Yeah. I don't know, bro. The gaming industry is just, it's totally chopped at this point. I don't really see how it can be fixed anymore. Like, I really think if AI moves fast enough, it's just going to kill off all these studios before any of these studios even have a chance to recover at all. But it's pretty... like, I don't know, man. It's sad to see studios that used to make really good games just make absolute garbage. Like, there was once upon a time where Xbox would announce a game and you're like, wow, this is going to be sick. And now Xbox announces a game and it's like a fart in the wind, dude. Nobody cares. BioWare. All right. Let's see what's going on with with Mr. Musk here.
So Elon Musk and Alex Jones calling for Sneeko to be deported. What's going on with Sneeko?
Yo, can we please? I'm hopping on board with Elon and Alex Jones. Like, get this guy out of here, please.
Allahu Akbar! Oh no! Fuck you! This is the Islamic Republic of New Yorkistan. Islam.
Nuke the city. Just nuke it. I'll sign the petition. Yeah, me too, bro. Mass Effect 4, I've lost all hope for it. Yeah, don't have hope for that, bro. It's gonna be absolute garbage, I'm sure.
Will be in every household. Inshallah, the whole world is Muslim.
No.
Welcome to Mamdani's New York. You see this city? You see how it looks? Inshallah, your city
Sneeko
looks
is such a
just like
twerp,
this
yeah.
too.
Man, that's...
It's so weird. Well, it's not weird to me that someone like Sneeko is participating in Islam or whatever, because it's just the most what's the right word to say it? Nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Yeah, send a couple. But it's the most hedonistic religion of all time. Like, it basically just teaches people to give in to all their freaking weird, perverted desires and stuff like that. And it just tells you to do stuff that's like absolutely crazy that I feel like no human being would ever even consider on their own. I mean, seriously, bro, I don't understand how anybody can take a religion seriously where the prophet married a 6-year-old. Not to mention, like, nothing in the Quran makes any sense. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, bro, like, crucifixion never happened. The most hedonistic religion, I assume we're talking about Islam? Yeah, of course. It's crazy how you just know.
Crazy. I don't know why you say that and do that stuff,
that answers
because
my
it's just
question.
going to make people mad. I'm going to give like maybe a hot take.
It's so weird that New York, of all places, like New York City, got hit with planes from this place. And it looks like this right now. So many contradictions in that religion. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, doesn't Muhammad say something like, if I'm a false prophet, I'm gonna die from like my aorta rupturing or something? And that's exactly how he died. Like, I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that's in there. Not to mention, like, it's any religion that has to like self-certify itself, where the quote unquote prophet just comes out of nowhere and he's like, yeah, bro, I got told all this stuff. And then people are like, yo, bro, what's your source for that? Me. Actually. It's a betrayal for New York City to allow this, yeah.
Think that you can have two dominant religions inside of one country. Is there historically any instance of when that's happened that it wasn't with like a lot of people getting killed? Crusades? I think people died in those. If I were Palestinian desperately seeking Western sympathy so my people stop getting slaughtered, and I saw Muslims like Sneeko boasting about wanting to conquer the world online, I'd probably just fall into a pit of
Yes, he did say that, but he was killed by poisoning. But his last words were, I feel as if my aorta is being severed. I see.
despair and myself. I do think this is true. I think that the aggressive, huge ego that these people have, I think people don't have a problem with Muslims. They don't have a problem with Hindus. They don't have a problem with Buddhists or with, you know, like any of these other religions. But the problem is that, like, whenever you have like large groups of these people come together and then try to push a religious goal together, I think that's a big problem. I do. And that's the thing, right?
Well, this doesn't happen when you see Christians come together. Just putting that out there. Like, these other, like, third world religions? Well, of course it happens. Every single time, without fail. Like, what do you expect?
Like, the reason why they do now is that you do have advocacy like this. People now view it as like, okay, you're coming to take us over. And
these guys follow the teachings of a dude who married a 6-year-old. Like, well, we can't coexist with these people. Are you kidding me? It's impossible.
And I don't really see this ending in a very good way.
The religion promotes honor killings.
Some kind of restriction, having a lot of these people deported.
But we can get it right this
I think you're already seeing this happen. Basically,
it's the same thing the communists do. Oh, but that wasn't real communism. It's like, oh, you people never learn, man.
In Europe is what's going to happen in America like 20 years later. Why wait so long? Because think about how bad the world was for people to accept, you know, any sort of like crazy government solution to something. I think 1930s
Germany had to launch the Crusades because they were just breaking into everywhere and killing everybody. They never leer. Yeah. He was poisoned at the Battle of Khaybar, spelled for pronunciation, by a Jewess who was forced to cook him a meal after Muhammad slaughtered her father and brother.
Why did people vote for Hitler? It's because things got really, really, really bad. Italy is the same thing.
No, guys, but like, trust me, Islam's such a peaceful religion. It's totally not exclusively been spread by the sword. I mean, half the people that quote unquote participate in this religion do it completely like non-consensually. They only participate because they don't want to get beheaded in the streets and paraded around on a pike. India had a big fight with their competing religions. I believe it was Muslim and Hindus. Christianity had 1,900 years of subsequent purges to get where it's at. Islamists had at least 900 more years of pain to get through. Have at least 900 more years of pain to get through.
Inshallah, the whole world is Muslim. The whole world can accept the truth. The whole world can go to heaven. God willing. Inshallah, the whole world says lie.
Unless you eat bacon, guys. If you've eaten bacon, you're cooked. It's over for you. Like, oh my gosh.
Illallah. I don't want you to burn in hellfire for eternity. I want you to go to heaven.
Sneeko responds to Elon Musk wanting him deported. Go back to Africa. This is my country. Nobody thinks this, by the way. Being born in America doesn't make you an American. Whenever you're chanting and talking about Islam taking over the country,
and if you have a dog, forget about it.
How you are like, you're an American because of whatever reason, whenever that's literally against the First Amendment. I think that for a long time, people like played the game where they're like, oh, well, if you're born in America, you're actually an American. No, you're not. No, you're not. I mean, everybody knows that these people that were born in America...
We obviously know they're not. If they don't share your culture, they shouldn't be here. The conversion of Persians from Zoroastrian to Islam was far from peaceful. It never is with them. Strangely enough, perhaps it's because that's exactly how their book lays out for the religion to be spread. Oh, we can either, you know, force convert you or behead you, you know, like, yeah, bro, thanks for the option here. Like, what?
You know, hate America, they want to destroy America, they support America's enemies. These people are not real Americans. They're obviously not. Anybody who's supporting Hamas or Hezbollah, those people need to leave the country. We don't have to put up with this. We don't have to tolerate this. The Somalian who said Elon's about to die is exposed as a pre-med student in Missouri.
Well, I wouldn't worry too much about this one. I wouldn't worry too much about him.
Bro, I mean, are we talking a full beheading? Can I at least get a partial? The hypocrites about their halal practices. We would catch Iraqi hit squads with Russian vodka bottles and moonshine made from dates and figs. Yeah. Bro, I mean, Somalia is a country where the average IQ is below the mental retardation line. Like, that's not even me being derogatory. It's just true. And people want to pretend like they're these... Oh, they're so patriotic. They're such good Americans. They blend so well into our society. It's like, what are you talking about, bro? Country.
Is it pussy? You smoked your goat while you were fucking your goat? What is this? Wait, this guy, he called this guy a pussy?
I wouldn't declare war on a civilian with access to personal satellites. It's a country founded on piracy. Yeah. Almost all of the money that even goes into there is just funneled from us. From the people that they send over here and funnel money back there. How dare you disparage our future intellectuals? Yeah, the future engineers. If those are our future engineers, just... it's over. Like, might as well start... might as well, societal collapse is already imminent. Just collapse it now.
God. And this is what he said. These guys sound way different when you wake them up at 2 a.m. This is the guy that participated in killing bin Laden. Yeah. They sound way different.
When you bust through their walls with a freaking... Oh, what was it? What was it that they did to freaking... I can't pronounce his freaking name, man. Aramani... Whatever. They freaking bust through his walls with like a robot and dogs. The more we leer, the more we're leering. They're too dumb to keep smart people around to make sure the lights stay on. Yeah. Oh yeah, Kool-Aid man. Yeah. Abu Bakar al-Baghdadi? I don't remember his name, man. They just freaking, the one where Trump gave his, like, post-game speech afterwards. It's just crazy that these other places talk so much crap about America, like we couldn't just delete them off the face of the planet if we wanted to. Like, we foot the bill for practically the entire world, and people talk crap about us. Like, I wish we'd just stand up for ourselves one day and say, okay, you get no more money. You're done. Goodbye. Back to the Stone Age with you. All we have to do is airdrop bacon on them. Bacon. Just load up the guns with bacon bits. I cast sword missile. That is such a funny but absolutely terrifying thing. Imagine you see a missile coming towards you and you're like, oh no, I'm about to get exploded. And then you see it splinter off into a billion swords. Like it's freaking Fate Unlimited Blade Works Gilgamesh just casting 14 billion swords at you. Like that'd be scarier than just getting hit by a bomb. I made that exact point an hour and a half ago on stream. The funding point? Yeah. We could turn off the lights anywhere in the world. And all they do is talk crap about us. Like, one day we should just go, okay, bye-bye. I have a shotgun. It shoots swords. Swords that explode.
Reporting live for gay people?
Oh, no. I'm sure this is going to be an absolute treat, man. Like,
reporting live for gay people?
On about?
Oh, God.
I hate men. I'm a misandrist.
What are guys getting so wrong?
Because you're gay.
I'm gay. Yeah, gay guys are fine.
Oh, is this the guy that goes to these events and LARPs and then catches these people acting super stupid in these like fake interviews? I cast no more subsidizing Europe's security. Yeah, bro. If you don't have AC in your country, or just in general, no more subsidies for you. Nothing. The only country I would even remotely everyday funding is Japan, honestly. Japan's based. They need to get their immigration problem under control. Even then, nah. Yeah, I kind of agree. Japan actually likes us, though. Like, it's weird that the average Japanese person is more patriotic than half of the people that live in America. Like, the average Japanese person is 10 billion times more patriotic than any leftist, which is crazy.
Straight guys right now, huge problem. Why are men so horrible right now?
Men are misogynistic, men want women dead, and men just want to rape women. It's
These people don't live in reality. Trust me, lady, you're safe. Also, she's wearing a cross. What the frick kind of, like, what are we doing here, bro? Oh my goodness. Like, I mean, this is the definition of a hippie, though. Like, precisely, but we got propagandized to hell.
disgusting, and
Not the hot one.
I hate men. Dudes are.
Ask her how she feels about minority men. Ship her to the Sahara? Yeah, bro. Ship her to one of these other better countries, please. I really wish that anybody that said stuff like this just got deported to a country of their choice. If they say they hate America, we're like, okay, I will actively pay taxes to fund for you to leave. Please. Like, I will sign up to do it. I will ship you anywhere you want to go, but you don't get to come back. Have fun. It's totally true that Islamist men they want to import.
Oh my god, look at.
Yeah, bro. Ask her how she feels about Muslim men. Suddenly, I feel like she'd be like, "Oh no, they're okay, actually."
Look at that shit.
Yeah.
Nobody normal reacts like this. Like, it's so weird, man. Who gets excited over seeing two people kiss? Not me. Definitely not when it's two women. But like, it's just like, it's just so weird, dude.
Would the world be better off without men?
Duh. Is that even a question?
Have you ever had a good experience with a man?
That's a great question, actually. No.
Of course she's gonna say no.
Most people's...
She's gonna freak out when she learns that to create her, there was a man involved, actually. She was not generated through two women interacting. As much as I'm sure she'd love to believe that.
Opinions about the opposite gender that are negative come from personal unresolved trauma. Every single time.
Top bottom verse, Timothy Chalamet, Jacob Elordi, and Donald Trump.
I'm killing Donald Trump. You know what? I'm gonna get on top with Donald Trump, so I'll get him in a chokehold and shoot him in the.
So nice. Such a compassionate individual. Very normal person. The only fortunate thing about them is that they will call themselves. That is true. They don't reproduce. They just try and brainwash your kids. It turns out parthenogenesis is not a human power. I don't even know if I said that word right, bro. That's a big word.
Fucking throat and shoot him in the fucking heart and shoot him in the fucking brain, and then.
Like, they're crazy, bro.
I guess like Jacob Elordi could fuck me. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw it.
What was the other one?
Just so sad. She can
just these people, I swear. They're just like NPCs, man. Got it right at the end, honestly.
vote. I told y'all. Tried to warn everybody about this situation. I tried to say it.
Who do you think gives better neck, me or Charlie Kirk?
Oh, you, 100%. Duh.
Is Charlie Kirk the throat goat?
I mean, like, ultimately, because that's how he died, so, like,
these people deserve irony.
I love how there's, like, just three random, just, like, shaking their ass behind...
I didn't see that until Asmigul pointed it out. Dude, these sodomy festivals are literally the weirdest things of all time. Like, I just don't even understand how people get brainwashed into thinking this is, like, cool. Or this is, like, good for society. They always do this, oh, it's not your business what two people do in their own bedroom. And then they go do this in the streets. And they're like, oh, why do you care so much about what two people do in their own bedroom? It's like, you're twerking in the street at a lesbian festival. What are you talking about? They always push it onto everybody else. I saw some tweet the other day where it was like comparing gay people and like trans people, where it was like people asking, or somebody saying like, oh, I'm gay. And then the other person was like, do I have to do anything? And they're like, no. And then the person on the right was like, yeah, cool. And then for the trans people, it was like, I'm trans. And they're like, do I have to do anything? It's like, you just have to remember my pronouns, do all this, do all that. And it's like, I get the point that they're making, but I don't understand why they did the like, oh, gay people don't ask you to do anything. Bro, if you don't approve of who these people want to have sex with, they literally think you're subhuman or think you're some like super bigot or whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, they're all about being so perfectly accepting and all that until I say, yeah, I disagree with you. I disagree with you, and I don't think you should be participating in this behavior. It's like opening the door to LGB in the first place is what created the trans issue. I don't understand how a lot of people haven't managed to connect those dots yet. People are like, oh, but the transgenders have taken over the LGBT movement. And that may be true to some extent, but this never would have even been a thing to begin with if you had just kept society normal in the first place. You don't know some moral foundation? That's how they're not concerned. I'm not even
same guy from earlier went viral for this.
15 tries.
No.
Beautiful trans women out here. Tell us about your transition. How it went.
Why do you ask me those questions?
We're interviewing like trans women and stuff like that.
I'm not a trans woman. I'm a...
Oh, but it's so great until they get accused of being one and they get super offended because they know all of them are hideous.
No, we're fully supportive.
Eudaimonia.
Do you want to talk about...
Eudaimonia equals good spirits / well-being.
Wait a minute. Oh, I can't say that I'm a real woman.
Sort of transitioning or anything like that? Or like what people can...
I never transitioned because I was born a woman.
Common sense is evil? Apparently so.
What is your opinion on trans women?
I support them and I love them. That's why we're interviewing them. We're showcasing them.
Well, you haven't interviewed one yet because I'm not a trans woman.
She's gonna be so offended for the rest of her life. They're always so supportive until you call them one, and then they think it's an insult. Because, I mean, well, it is, to be honest, but...
Is there another definition that people like to use? Or I don't
mean no more offensive to an actual woman than are you trans? Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, you thought I was a man when I was born?
You look like an abomination of nature.
You thought I was a man. They did a study, and the study said something like over 70% of people hide what they really believe about this gender identity stuff.
Of course they do. Even the leftists look down on it, but they like it because they can push people down that path and then have people that they think are lesser than them. That's why they facilitate it. Because, like, have you ever noticed when you talk to a leftist, they always talk down to these, like, quote-unquote oppressed groups or whatever because they think they're better than them? Like, they love having a class that they feel is lower than they are, that needs their help, and they can be these, like, great saviors to them because they think that they're lesser than them. It's crazy.
Reason why there's so much, quote, trans acceptance and a lot of this stuff like non-binary acceptance is because people don't want to get fired from their job because there's a particularly rabid, aggressive, small group of people that are enforcing this non-reality on everybody else. Yeah. Everybody knows
we're literally controlled by the bottom 2% of society. How do people even get to this sewer-slidal empathy? Doesn't really make any sense, bro.
If you get a tattoo all over your body and you make your skin black, you do not become an African American. You are not a black person. You cannot.
Wait, really? There goes my plan, bro. I was trying to become transracial.
Surgery and become a woman. If you're born a man, you will always be a man. Now, people can respect and, treat you with a degree of compassion, but a lot of times people are doing it because they're polite, not because they agree with you.
I think it's funny. A lot of people are way more normal than we realize, but all we ever see on the internet is these absolute psychopaths. So it makes everybody lose faith in humanity, which just spirals into itself, and things just get worse and worse.
They're placating you. And I think this is like the overwhelming majority of people know that you can't change your gender.
I thought you were... No, I think that trans women are real women.
They are.
It's always so funny how offended they get when you are like, oh, you're one of them? Oh, good for you. And they're like, no, I'm absolutely not. Those ugly freaks. It's like, oh, tell me how you really feel. We might actually be chill. We might actually agree on something. Unbelievable. What else do we got? The Gideon situation.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here.
Counterpoint. Well, you're correct. There's also a lot more of these violent extremists than most people think. Both are true. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the embarrassing situation involving the popular YouTuber Gideon, who during one of his recent live stream debacles was trying to do a sting operation on a squatter, where ironically enough, he was arrested for disorderly conduct. And during the related body cam footage that has gone viral, you can see him showing his true colors, flexing that he's a millionaire, mocking the police, even asking to see their proverbial manager during his related crash outs.
Karen.
And over the past couple of days, he has faced a lot of criticism and mockery as well, to the point where he made this YouTube apology video saying, I quit.
I assume they're all violent
and this
extremists,
is
so
a
I can be pleasantly
ukulele
surprised.
level.
Well, it's basically the only thing you can do at this point, because otherwise you get caught off guard by crazy people and you're in danger.
Of an apology video. Not only is it really disorganized, I mean, if you took a shot every time he said the word genuinely, you would have alcohol poisoning in the first 2 minutes.
Okay, bro, let's not talk about people spamming the same words. If people took a shot every time I said bro or dude, everybody in chat would be dead.
But besides that, nobody is really buying this sort of narrative he is selling. In fact, you would be very hard-pressed in the comments to find a single comment that's not roasting him and making fun of his millionaire status that he loved flexing on the police. But of course, with Gideon, you should know the type of content he makes. He has gotten millions of subs doing sort of sting operations, going after alleged criminals, trying to get them locked up, often working with law enforcement to make that happen.
I'm just a dude bro guy,
However, with Gideon and a lot of people who do this sort of stuff, eventually the clout really infects their brain.
As funny as the situation is, it's actually kind of screwed because he ends up drawing a bunch of his underage fans into dangerous situations.
And that's exactly what happened in this recent situation where he was trying to lock up a squatter with a violent and unstable history. During the sting operation and live stream, not only did his fans show up, but many minors would show up on the scene, where he would equip many of them with his cameras and other recording devices, getting them...
He's assembling his fans to record for him? That's bizarre, bro.
Literally involved with the operation, putting them in harm's way with a man with a violent history, but things would take a very quick turn when he was the one arrested instead of the alleged squatter. And this is the channel that uploaded and reacted to the body cam footage called Code Blue Cam. As you can see, it has nearly 3 million views in just 6 days. And we'll watch the
Didn't Gideon do some, like... I swear he did some thing where he was like, I'm quitting all this stuff because I'm a Christian now and I'm going to do Christian content or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a different guy. I can't say I know much about Gideon at all. This is the first thing I've ever watched about him.
Video that is really telling about the sort of mindset this guy has, but you can see that Gideon's fans are not too happy about this. In fact, Code Blue Cam would post some screenshots of emails he has received from people impersonating YouTube's legal team, which is a felony, I'm pretty sure, basically demanding that he takes down the video, otherwise his channel is going to be suspended and his monetization taken away. Of course, this is coming from the YouTube legal team with Great Scott here. It's like they're not even trying.
They want their shirt back.
But of course, here is the actual footage. To give you some context, they thought this squatter would be showing up at McDonald's. So he, his crew, and his fans were all around that McDonald's.
It's just never a good idea for like Twitch streamers or content creators to go do this kind of like sting operation encounter stuff. They should totally be passing this stuff off to the police because, at least from what I'm aware of, doing this kind of content only puts the actual case you may have against this person at risk and make everything inadmissible in court. Am I wrong? I feel like a lot of the time, these people that should totally be locked up or put in jail aren't, like, nothing actually happens to them because it was done through some kind of, like, streamer.
Were clearly being a nuisance and disruptive, and they were warned many
But
times
the clicks,
by
think
the
of the
police
clicks.
to stop or they'd be arrested.
Always goes to show,
and
bro.
that's exactly what happened.
Well, they could easily make a video after the fact. Probably. I mean, I couldn't imagine that you'd be blocked from telling people about what you did in part of the investigation. Like, after the fact, after everything's said and done. But no, we gotta go do it. We gotta go get in the way of the police. Again, forethought, true. Yeah.
Happened.
These people don't
in a
have
minute,
it.
you're going to see Gideon.
Well, it's more like they probably don't care. They probably only care about the money of pretending to do something righteous. Or doing something righteous specifically because they want the money.
Get arrested for disorderly conduct.
Call the DA and see how fast that gets dropped, you dumbasses. Okay. Call the DA and see how fast that gets dropped. These three. Watch. Call the DA and see how fast that gets dropped.
He's yelling, so he's being disorderly. Yeah, everybody's looking. Well,
merchandising.
What are you arrested for? Disorderly person. From here yelling.
Disorderly. You're under arrest for being disorderly. Freedom of speech. You can yell.
Dude, it's always funny when they try and do these comebacks to the police as though the police are just gonna be like, oh yeah, actually, you're right. We forgot about 1A. You're free to go. Like, come on, dude. Also, saying call the freaking DA as a YouTuber, like, how big does bro think he is? Like, a dude is actually high off his own hype.
It's not a freedom of speech thing. Disorderly conduct is not a freedom of speech thing. You can't be disorderly in public, hence disorderly conduct. So he's trying to paint this narrative that he's being silenced by the police, but that's not what's happening here.
On the sidewalk.
Sitting here causing a scene.
On the sidewalk.
Yep.
So you can't yell? Officer.
Bro busts out, I'm the millionaire at some
How
point.
fast do you think this is going to get dropped? Do you really think this charge is going to Do you guys really?
And the police are like, oh yeah, we're putting this body cam footage out there. Somebody's gonna make a fortune off this. From what minimal legal classes I've taken, always share as little information about your case as you can with the public. It's easy to potentially damage the credibility of your case the more public. Yeah, exactly.
I think this is going to stick. Sure, we have a do you want to waste your DA's time? I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this.
Instant aura loss. Flexing that he's a multi-millionaire to the police. The level of
What's funny,
narcissism is...
Like, what's this guy gonna get? A fine for disorderly public disturbance or, you know, whatever? Like, all you have to do is just pay the fine. Wait till the police potty cams get their own streams. Well, they used to have that, and then the show got taken down because of BLM and the Floyd riots. Live PD or whatever.
It's insane, and I will say this again, body cam footage is the greatest thing to ever come to life. This was initially an initiative to expose the cops, but instead over the years, we have seen the true behavior of many people facing consequences for their own actions, and Gideon here is of course an example of that, making a fool out of himself while being arrested after literally asking for this for an extended period of time, making a spectacle out of this entire ordeal.
The revival Floyd game.
Officer?
Oh, that would be so freaking good, dude. That would be so funny. Especially given the psychology of the jury. If they get rubbed the wrong way by your public statement or behavior, it's much easier for them to interpret the evidence unfavorably for you. Yeah. That's most of the... Like, that's very similar to a lot of the stuff that I was told on on jury duty.
Officer, you will be in a deposition and you will be arrested. This is...
Bro, like, these guys, bro. Like, you are going to be arrested for arresting me for disorderly conduct because you don't know the law, and I do. Like, bro's sovereign citizening himself right now.
No!
He's also rich, by the way.
Call Jake and have him get my lawyer! Call Jake and get my lawyer!
Is this really the route you want to go, officer? Yep. Okay.
Do you want to waste taxpayer dollars?
Yeah,
Officer, can I ask you a question?
No.
Can I please
sit?
You are
No, my
literally
taxpayer dollars going to this is actually... I support this, actually. This is good content.
wasting taxpayer dollars by doing all of this, by making an entire spectacle out of this and being a nuisance to the police. That is wasting taxpayer dollars. Not that most of his fans really care about taxpayer dollars because most of them are children. Therefore, they've never paid taxes before,
Yeah,
so they
this is
don't really
super
understand
weird content for
what that's
kids to be
even like
watching
to
as well, by the
waste
way.
in the first place. But let's continue.
Do you really want to abuse me, officer?
He's now crying abuse.
I can't even fit in here.
Get your foot in.
I can't even fit in here.
Bro, saying I can't even fit in here is like the way to self-report, bro. Maybe lose a few. Come on.
Your foot.
How are you gonna arrest somebody that never even went on the property?
You're under arrest for being disorderly, not for being on the property. Put your
Just
foot
waiting for the
I can't
OK
fit.
stream taser or pepper spray on this guy.
Officer, I won't run. I'm not gonna do anything. Can you just take off the
Go that way.
Is that going to be the next, like, anti-police brutality movement? I can't fit? Is that the next one?
Clearly a model citizen, the exemplar of society. Basically, just keep your case as curated as possible, no theatrics, no outbursts, and really think through everything you do / say as it relates to your case. Stuff like this will sink you in court, yeah. No jury is going to look at you favorably after this.
You put them in the front at least?
No.
Officer, I can't scoot. You're trying to push me, but I can't scoot.
Dude, just scoot.
Officer, you're actually hurting me. Officer, please.
Are you really being hurt? Are you that
No,
soft?
guys, this is
Are
police
you
brutality.
actually being hurt? Or are you just being
You
a
probably can't
drama
even
queen?
feel his hand through your freaking donut arms, bro.
Because you don't like that you're being arrested. I would love to have his psyche at this moment, what he's thinking. Like, this is going to
The irony
make
that
them
Lyft is printed on his
uncuff you and let you
moves,
go.
though.
Being the most annoying.
Can we just get a good stop resisting screamed in here, please? Like, just one for the road.
Person imaginable. Brilliant strategy. It didn't work out. Spoiler.
Sideways and scoot.
Officer, I can't move.
Let's go.
I'm too big.
Put your foot that way. Let's
Officer,
go.
I can't. I'm not trying to be. Here, I'm not resistant, officer. I promise
Let's go.
It is literally my body atop.
Bro's doing the, like... Bro's doing the, like, the circle cannot fit in the square hole, guys. I'm actually incompatible with this police car. You have to let me go. I'm not made for it. It's incompatible with my anatomy.
I cannot move. Can you just put my handcuffs in the front?
No.
And it'll make it so much easier.
Turn your body. You have to turn and scoot that way.
Have you guys consulted with the DA?
We don't have a DA.
You don't have a district attorney.
You have to frickin'... You have to call up the DA to arrest anybody. Like, okay, dude. This guy is an actual clown. All that money won't protect his boat.
No.
You have a state attorney.
Bro asked for the manager. They said, we got no manager. Sorry, buddy.
Call the president.
But
I can't be arrested.
I'll spare you the remaining 10 or 20 minutes. He's arrested for disorderly conduct. So is part of his crew and some of the fans who showed up. And this whole thing became a giant fiasco. As you can see, this clip and related video went viral. And the comments are just roasting him, right? Saying, bro lost aura after saying he was a multi-millionaire. Gideon on Code Blue Cam was not in my 2026 bingo card. Gideon out here looking like a 50-year-old, acting like a 12-year-old. If he would have
If the police
shut
just
up,
came up to him and said, hey, bro, you're causing a public disturbance, and he was just like, oh, all right, my bad. Like, this would have been over. Almost immediately, I'm sure.
he wouldn't have been arrested. Many such cases, by the way. I love how Skeet immediately cooperated and fled the scene like an adult, and that is referring to the squatter, because eventually he was on the scene, and he saw what was going on, and just left. Cooperated with the police, and left. So the guy they were trying to get arrested walked away free because he simply wasn't a public nuisance, and Gideon and his crew ended up being in cuffs instead. There's something very
Listen, I don't want to be
ironic.
that guy, but like, black people, when you tell them they can't just go out in the go out on the street and start screaming, this is an atrocity. This is a violation of my rights. Okay, man.
About that, but in response, Gideon.
No, I think we need a lot more people arrested for playing music abnormally loud in public to where I can hear it 15 streets away. What are our thoughts on this?
Apparently is getting his lawyers together.
If your car is vibrating the road, maybe we should pull you over. Wait, if you haven't done anything wrong yet and do what the cops say, you don't get arrested or shot? The View lied to me. Yeah. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, they're not actually out there hunting you. Maybe just don't do crime and you'll be fine. Don't do illegal thing, you'll be all right.
And the multi-millionaire comment really got to him. He has been crashing out over people mocking him for this. And he made a community post on YouTube showing a screenshot of his alleged bank account with a negative account balance, which, one, would be really pathetic if true, or two,
I credit Ricada for my autism.
This means nothing, because
he
we're all adults here. A lot of people have multiple bank accounts. This could literally
unfortunate
mean
the fall off Ricada had. Like, the guy just kind of went insane.
Just fake. But the comments are interesting.
What substances
the top
will do
ones
to a
like
dude?
this say, if you're in trouble, the last thing you should say as a multi-millionaire is, hey, I'm a multi-millionaire. JD, that was the dumbest flex ever, bro. And he hearted it. I guess it's like one of those things where he's trying to basically mock the mockery and get ahead of it. You know, like Hassan with the dog shocking
My mother
stuff.
works with
like,
lawyers. Pretty sure they're all crackheads.
He clearly was very bothered by
They
this
gotta do
entire
substances
situation. And this is important to understand. He would live stream about this, saying he's getting canceled for being arrested. Well, there's definitely some very legitimate criticism about how he encourages, or at the very least doesn't discourage.
I'm sorry, but this guy is literally kidding up random civilian bystander children to film him encountering other people to try and get them arrested. That's crazy. The moron doesn't understand he's free to go get rich because others are filling in for daily security. Yeah.
His fans from showing up at the sites of his live streams where you have, in many cases, people with violent histories being handled and his fans being exposed to them or even involved in the recording of the stream and related content.
Top gear, top tip. Substances control you no matter what you think. You do not control them no matter how in control you feel.
But he's not really being canceled beyond that. He's just getting made fun of. Right?
I'm the kind of person, I just don't get it. It's like, oh, bro, I want to get high and have a good time. I just don't get it, bro. Like, I can understand the people that need that stuff for, like, medical purposes or whatever. Like, Kirsha's a good example, where, like, her freaking spine is messed up, so she's just in chronic pain all the time. Like, that makes sense to me. Just being like, oh, I need this so I feel good, and I'm not depressed. It's just like, we're just going to be depressed afterwards. Like, seems like a bad idea to me. Not judging or hating anybody for it or anything. It's just, I do not understand it.
The whole thing is embarrassing. And because we have the body cam footage, we can see how he was behaving. And it was, yeah, very embarrassing. Embarrassing enough that yesterday he uploaded a YouTube video titled, I Quit. And as you can see, 10,000 dislikes on it. Clearly people are not buying it too much, but let's have a fun game. Get out some scratch paper if you want, and just mark down every time he says the word genuinely. We're not going to watch the whole thing. We're just going to watch the intro to get a sense of what
somebody
he's
needs
driving
to do
at here with this
bro
clickbait video.
/ dude counter for my stream.
Yo, what's good, y'all, man?
Tally up every time I say it.
This is genuinely going to be my last video ever like this. I'm never going to make a video like this again, but, you know, obviously you guys know what's all going on. You guys saw me getting arrested. You guys saw me.
Bro is so loud on the street, and now he's in here in his house going like, hey guys, how are you all doing today? You know, like, I know you can barely hear me, but like, I genuinely think that this is a really bad time, and like, I'm genuinely never going to make another video like this ever again. Like, bro, speak up, please. I can't hear you.
Cold Blues video and everything. And, I did a reaction.
I don't think we can count that high.
Oh, this wasn't right. This is how it happened. Da 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 da. But genuinely, during the last few weeks, I've done a lot of just like inward reflection, and I've been talking.
Inward reflection. I reflect on how I can say the N-word all the time too. maybe he knows. Maybe he's like that.
And I just kind of
Bro, speak into the mic. Yeah, dude. Like, I'm basically over here deep-throating my mic to talk into it, and this guy's like 14 feet away, speaking from China. Could you guys even hear me when I got that far away from my mic? Or did it just sound like a rat squeaking in the background?
What I was doing wrong. And I also came to realize that...
Dude is literally talking into the mic from China.
You know, I was genuinely losing the plot.
Holy, bro, he just hit the voice line spam. Yeah, gargle that. Okay, bro.
I have to say, like, genuinely, I feel like a hypocrite, you know? Because just a couple videos ago, I was saying how what Alex was doing was a distraction from the bigger mission. And then I come along doing what I was doing. And if anything, it was an even bigger distraction from the mission. You know what I mean? Now...
So what he's saying is, after reflecting on his behavior, he has realized that he is a distraction from the mission he's supposed to be doing, that he is getting too caught up in many different things, and he is taking away from what he is supposed to be trying to do. Now, I'm going to give you a TLDR of the rest. Basically, he's not going to live stream anymore. That's his solution. And the goal is to no longer provide people with clips to make fun of him for, because apparently he can't behave himself.
Why is it there's so many content creators, they get called out for doing stupid stuff, and their egos are so fragile that they're like, guys, I can't handle people making clips of me on the internet and calling me out for doing stupid stuff, despite the fact I stream my entire life, and it's obviously going to freaking happen. Like, I'm sure it'll happen to me at some point, too, where somebody's going to clip me saying something stupid, and I'll have to be like, yeah, I was being retarded. Okay, my bad. It's just inevitable when you upload hours and hours of content of yourself on the internet. Like, grow a pair, dude. Wrong question. Why do so many stupid people become content creators? Hey, whoa. You're watching one right now, bro. Chill on me.
Or carry himself well enough during his streams. He leaves himself vulnerable to criticism and mockery. So to protect himself from embarrassing himself, if you live stream yourself, you're gonna get made fun of, stream anymore. That's basically the solution.
Playing with fire means you should expect to get burnt a bit. Yeah, it's the same thing these people do on Twitter, man. Will they post something? Will they post something out into the Twitter sphere, and then people with any kind of audience whatsoever will reply to it, and they'll be like, oh, you're harassing me. And it's like, bro, you posted publicly on this public platform, and I responded to you publicly, and now you're claiming that you're getting harassed. Maybe just don't post it next time. There's always a chance your next tweet's going to blow up. Hey, my Oshi is a dunce, you're fine. Who's your Oshi, bro?
As you saw, the word genuinely was a featured sort of verbiage, right? To a nauseating degree, but the comments are diabolical, okay? Bro getting cooked in his comments. Genuinely maxing as a multi-millionaire. Bro's lawyer told him to make a genuine apology. He genuinely says genuinely 10 times within the first 6 minutes of this video. Really, just 10 times? It was nearly 100. How many times do you see a multi-millionaire make a genuine
best
apology?
Dude, bro, Catman, yeah.
This whole situation is a gigantic mess. I hate when these sorts of missions, as he calls it, become spectacles for content instead of actually doing what they're intending to do. And in this situation, without the body cam footage, who knows how this would have been portrayed. He
would have LARPed it off as though he got arrested for doing something noble. Giving people the reason to make fun of you. Bro, you've endangered an actual investigation and brought children near an individual known to have a violent history. The crap talk should be the least of your concern. Yeah, exactly. Like, this guy's content is putting random children in danger simply by allowing them to show up and participate in the activities that you're trying to film. It's crazy.
Would have been portraying himself as some ultimate victim of these police, but in reality, he was pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and he was warned many times. He didn't listen, didn't care, kept going, and eventually he found out and was arrested for disorderly conduct, as along his crew and some of the fans who showed up And his little spiral the last couple of days has been a pretty embarrassing one, but I mean, what do you expect? It's just genuine behavior from a multi-millionaire. What can you say, ladies and gentlemen? But that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for daily uploads, as well as multiple streams every week here live on YouTube. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Master? Yeah, bro.
And I'll see you next
This is
time.
great, man. That was genuinely the stupidest drama of all time. Like, it's just, people need to stop doing these, like, noble LARP content things where where they are essentially only doing something like this to try and get views off of it. Like, it's really bad for the whole ecosystem, in my opinion. It's also bad for the legal system. Like, these people that he's exposing are probably facing significantly less consequences than they should be because he streams all of it. Speaking of which, looks like he's invading VR chats again. Who, Eustace? I've never been on VR chat. Probably for the best. What is this? Why are you gay? Alright, let's see. With a thumbnail like this, it's gotta be a banger.
If you're in a full dive VR environmental scenario, indistinguishable from having sex with a woman, simulated directly into the brain, but you know the person operating the female character is a man.
Oh my gosh, we're doing this stupid question, dude. You should watch one he does, just confirms I never want to be in one. The ultimate debate. Oh no. Rashid from frickin' some random brown person country is operating the AI woman. You're about to oh bro. Yes, it's gay. Move on. That's the answer. This is gay.
Scenario 2, the avatar is a man, and the sexual experience is indistinguishable from a physical experience of being with a man, even though the character is piloted by a woman. Which is more gay?
Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Oh, no. This is actually an impossible question. They're both gay. A VR debate which was answered by ladyboys in Southeast Asia for centuries. Would be funny if they had a voice changer that malfunctioned. I am going to go down on you now. Like, okay, bro.
The one that's piloted by a man and is completely like a woman.
So,
Not even like, I need to think for 2 seconds about this. A man that is piloted by a woman is dramatically less gay than a woman that's piloted by a man. Sorry, am I insane here? I don't know what the audience...
No. So you're in the VR, right? And like, would you, is it more gay to, in the game, fuck a woman, but the player is a man? Or a man character, but the player is a woman?
It's a woman, but the player's a man.
Yes, the player's a man, but the character's a woman.
No, I'm saying that's obviously the gayer one.
Is it really? Okay, explain it.
It's 1,000 times gayer.
But then you're...
You have wandered in at an excellent time, Don Cheeky. We're answering the world's deepest philosophical questions right now.
In the other case, you're literally fucking a dude, like in a VR environment.
Yeah, but like, okay, let me put it this way, right? So people are like, both are gay. No. They're not both equally gay.
I don't know. They're kind of both super gay, bro. I love that. I love that he's using his intellectual mind to give like a definitive answer for this.
You suppose you're in a marriage, right? And you're like, let's spice up our sex life, right? Like, you pretend to be the guy today, and maybe you have like a VR environment where you can go further with this.
Yeah.
You're still with your wife, right? Like, it's like, it's all gay.
How gay do you have to be before you're gay?
Yeah, I can be iDubbbz, right? You know, the full pegging experience.
Okay. So what he's saying is that, like, clarification is that it's indistinguishable. Yeah, that's a part of it.
I wouldn't enjoy it. I wouldn't do it, but I would still be like way more grossed out by a man, knowing a man was pretending to be a woman I was having sex with. I guess, like, psychologically, I could be like, I don't like the sensations, but at least it's a hot woman. So
This is just... How do you even respond to this? There's no winning answer here. Congrats on the unbanned. Yup, I am back on the... I'm back to Goy posts on X. Does it begin at tickling?
somewhere, right?
What do you think, chat? What do you think?
Somebody says, what if you didn't know? Then I wouldn't fucking do it.
It's simple. VR isn't real. The person behind the model is. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, you can say both are gay, but that's not like you have to say which one's
Your friend
gayer.
asking you this?
My friend, because okay, so my friend, the type of
But we're
person
learning
that,
there's a
like,
spectrum
our
to it
idea
according
of
to
a good
Malcolm.
time is to go to like a buffet.
It sounds like
and
you're
just
still
talk
gay no matter what. Yeah, I think either option you choose here, you're kind of gay.
about stupid scenarios like this. Like, dude, my friend, dude, like, let me tell you.
What type of buffet?
This is in Vegas though, so they're pretty good.
Oh, they are good.
Yeah, it's like a Vegas one, or like a coffee shop or something.
I've never been to
like
Vegas.
But, like last time, okay, one of the times I hung out with my friend, right? We sit down at like I forget, was this a cafe or something? I don't know. Anyway, he pulls out some dice. Out of his pocket.
Somebody in the
He's
chat
like,
said,
"Role-play
I
time."
do
was
both
like,
of
okay.
them
He's
at
like,
once to cancel it out. That's crazy, bro. Yo, what's up, Dan?
You're a black man walking down the street. What do you do? It's like and he starts rolling dice. I'm like, bro. And he's like, let's see how long you can live, leaflet. And I'm like,
see how long you can live?
He's like rolling dice for like everything that happens.
I got some news for you.
That means hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
No, hold on.
Did we
That would
apply
be the best,
exponentials?
like presidential candidate
I don't think
interview.
no matter what you apply here, I think you're still gonna be gay, no matter what you choose here. If you're half gay, do you just like a bit of friendly poking? Poking what, bro? I don't know. I don't like the insinuation there.
Okay, the game begins. You're a black man walking down the street. What do you do?
1 + 1
Dude, what if
equals
someone
gay.
did that like what if someone did that during a presidential debate? Like he just gets up there, he just pulls out a bag of dice, and he just asks the other guy.
You do this with Kamala Harris, and she's like, "But I am black," and you go, "No, sorry. I understand it's an imaginary scenario. We're pretending you're black in this scenario." I'm making a joke about Kamala not being remotely black.
Oh, he disagrees. Okay, so my friend said it is
What a
obvious
weird
that
point
it
to
is
join the
gayer
stream.
to
Yeah, I didn't know what this video is gonna be about, but now I'm just I'm a bit stun-locked.
be with a real woman piloting a man, even though it's a real woman, as the literal gay experience. It 100% the exact same. So I would rather full dive with a man who is a hot girl and is indistinguishable from the experience.
Gay.
But you know it's a dude. That's gay.
I'm sorry.
But on the other hand, it's still gay. The other option is still gay. Like, oh man, this is genuinely an impossible question. This is just...
Said you're gay.
That is so gay.
Dude, you would get along with this guy so well. Like, it's like
He sounds like a fun guy.
He said you're gay.
Well, and this is why he is coping for his tendency
Wait. But if you really think about it, man, it's a man either way. Are you cooked? Is liking men gay? Hold on, we're getting a bit deep. We're getting a bit too deep here. They talk in the Kobayashi Maru scenario. I don't know what that means. Sword fighting is gay, even if one sword is hidden. Whoa, man. Yeah, I'm asking the real questions here. Men. Hold on a second. This might be deeper than we thought.
I can't even. It's self-evident that it is gayer to sleep with a man pretending to be a woman than a woman pretending to be a man. It is self-evident. It is the most natural thing in the world.
No, we need a poll. We need a poll. I got a poll.
This poll should genuinely be like a 50-50 split. These are both just maximum
All right,
gay.
we're gonna poll the chat. All right,
It's not gay if it's
which
TSA.
is more gay?
Time for a tour cavity search.
VR
That's why
woman,
feminists hate
but
woman.
played by
No
a
win
man.
situation.
VR
Captain
man
Kirk cheated out of
played
it
with
in Star Trek.
played by a woman to do. Guys, I put it up. I put it up. All right.
Should
The
ask
poll
AI.
is up, guys. I'm gonna have to leave it to like Precure or something. Do the kick poll.
If I ask ChatGPT,
Yeah, you
what
know
will it
who's
say?
playing the characters. That's like a part of it. Yeah.
Okay, so has your audience revealed itself to be gay, or did they make the right choice?
Somebody
Well, right
ask
now it
ChatGPT
is, 76%
to answer this question
on board
and post what
with-
it says
with
back in
you.
chat.
Wait,
okay,
that it is more gay. Oh my god, my
Be careful
friend
the
says,
woe man dude, bro.
We'll
Yeah.
settle this. We'll
Both are just as gay. Need option 3. I think the point is that you don't have a choice.
settle this in Japan. My position requires a deep discussion. Oh my god, dude. Oh, you said he has
Someone
like an
has to
entire
ask
argument to the
ChatGPT.
line for it. I kind of feel like
It's only gay if you're the catcher. You're straight if you're the pitcher, or so I've heard. GPT
right?
is
Then
woke though.
You're just role
Yeah, but
playing.
like both options are gay. So like, which is it gonna say is gayer? You could ask Grok too, bro.
At that point, like some different things. It'd be like, man, VR, like VR would completely screw shit up like that. It would be so weird. Can you
Option
imagine,
D,
like,
nuke the
just
site
like
from orbit.
the
I think I
all
agree
of
with
the
that option.
crazy sexualities that will exist because of like a VR thing?
This is what scares. This is partially one thing about AI that scares me. People's brains are gonna become so goon rotted that I'm like genuinely afraid. People are just gonna have their own little freak pocket Cortana that does whatever you want her to do. Like, that's scary, bro. What if you identify as straight? Does that work? Wait. What if you choose the male avatar, but you turn off your headset? Yeah, bro. Like, the AI gooners, it's genuinely going to melt people's brain. Like, I feel like if society's degenerate right now, it's going to be so much worse once AI is good enough to do that all locally, consistently, or whatever.
It's gonna completely mess with people.
Very
It's gonna
scary.
mess with people.
Yeah.
Then people
What
are
if
gonna
you wear
realize,
gloves?
Oh, sexuality is
gosh, bro.
fucking pointless.
Then, like, isn't it? Since that causes a lot of society's problems, then don't we want that as fast as possible?
I mean, we're gonna have to. A lot of people are crashing out from like still images of naked women. Okay, like I think like it's only getting harder every generation. The people in our generation who are like, well, when I see still images of naked women, I basically cannot control myself and I lose myself and I go crazy degen. And it's like, well, I really don't think there's any point in saving you because your children are going to be completely after when there are VR environments, you know, like.
Do you see that Netflix show Black Mirror? No, I haven't seen it. I know of it though.
Friend said, I ran the judges and Grok agrees with you, but Claude agrees with me, and Claude is better, so I win.
Wait, so Grok says that a woman piloting a dude is less gay, but Claude says a dude piloting a woman is less gay. Interesting. Old school Kathy Ireland
Better
poster.
than Claude. What are you talking about?
I don't even know what you're talking about, dude.
Claude is like so woke.
One episode has two dudes hook up in VR and fell in love with one guy being a female avatar.
Oh my god, dude.
That's scary.
Oh my
though.
god, what the hell? Dude, Anon, thank you so
Bro, what if you're in like this you're in your Ready Player One scenario and you get married in the VR world and you find out it's a freaking dude. Like, do you just end it all right there? But a dude piloting a mech is best.
Holy shit. Thank you for the 100 gift subs. Thank you, Anonymous. Dude, I really appreciate
Grok
it.
says the dude with the dude controlled by the woman is more gay.
Hey, man, thank you so much. That's a lot. Thank you. Thank you for the generosity. Thank you, Anon. I guess the Anon agrees with you. Wait, what did Kick say? What was the Kick result on the poll? Oh, it was closer actually on Kick. Kick with
He's gay
60%
2.0.
agree with you. 60% agree with you. 40% disagree, and then
it gets gayer than Twitch. Twitch says. We gotta put them against each other. What I want is like one in one direction, one in the other direction.
Looks like Kick is gay. Oh my god.
Hey boys, I'm Kick. Whatever, purple fag.
Oh my
says.
god. It's so funny, man.
Wait, somebody said 60% against, so Kick is majority against my
yeah, but 60% compared to Twitch. Twitch is 75. No, wait, against.
I also heard the two pregnant women fighting is basically a mech battle. Yeah, I've heard that before.
VR woman played by a man.
With Malcolm. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So the other one is a male player with a female avatar. Wait, a male player with a female avatar is more gay. Yeah. So it's a 6. So they agree.
It's all gay play until some idiots get married at VR and start lawyering up to sue for divorce.
This isn't true. Because we know a lot of guys with female avatars are having kids.
Yeah.
So we gotta remember that in Angel Sword, this isn't true.
Yeah.
GPT remains neutral. I gotta play Leafs game one day.
There's an exception. It's in the fine print, you know.
I know like Keen and some people played it on stream. Maybe I can find some people to play with on stream. Maybe I don't know. Unless it's a female avatar being played by a female, it's gay.
So wait, why are we so far from that? From like a full dive thing? Like what's the issue there?
Oh, okay. So there's a few issues. If you try to connect, so like if you try to put like wires directly into the human brain, even very small wires, your brain has its own immune system. Which is like the glial system, and
I mean, I thought it was a given that there's no women on the internet, so you only got yourself to blame if you bought into a female avatar being an actual female. That's true. We're watching, like Leaflet's a man.
An astrocytic scar,
until proven otherwise.
Which is created by like neural scar tissue called astrocytes.
Some Skybros are running an Angel Sword campaign
that form around whatever is an outside thing within the brain.
How do like the new things work? Like the Neuralink and
I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Basically, like the louder the signal gets, the more the glial scar gets. The louder it has to get, the more the glial scar gets, and it stops working.
Yeah.
Okay, so the new ones use incredibly small microfilaments that so far have not created this issue. The problem is I just don't believe that it's going to be permanent. The moment you begin to get the first few glial cells forming around it, then you get more and more and more, and it's a cascade effect.
It's kind of like crystallization of something where, like, when it happens, a bunch of other stuff, it just all happens at once.
Well, no, it's like the moment it happens, you start the cascade where it only gets worse from there. So even if it only happens by chance...
I want to see Ando's reincarnated Delirium Chronicles episode with Truck-kun make an appearance. Yeah, I gotta get isekai'd into their frickin' into their anime episode, bro. That, that Akno and the guys made. That'd be funny. just randomly appear, get hit by a truck and just show up. Really not looking forward to further avatarization of dating? Yeah, I agree. And speaking of the Angel Sword thing, Noel made his own video for it. It was pretty good. I didn't see Noel's.
Eventually, this stuff will work for 2 to 3 years, but not 10 years, and not 15 years. If it's not working for 15 years, then it's pointless.
So it's gonna be really interesting to see like how that goes, and like
you're gonna have to get your Neuralink DLC
the issue or not.
Oh, me personally, bro, I would rather die than ever have something like that put in me. Like, to be honest, like it's genuinely just creepy. Like humans are not meant to be augmented like that.
Somebody said it's pegging gay. I'm not into pegging myself, but no, I do not think if a girl is pegging you, it's gay.
So is the gayness
Can't trust Null. He date an alien princess. How do you think he got turned into an alien, bro? He got probed. But like, if the alien looks like Starfire, wouldn't you? Hold on. Maybe he's onto something.
It's not tied to the action. It's tied to the not the identity, the physicality.
It's when you
of
fuck
the
a guy.
Yeah.
That's what's gay. Okay. And like we need to be. This is where you got this weird thing where someone's like, "But it's a trans woman, right? I'm not gay." It's like, no, you're fucking a guy. Okay, it's gay.
Now they're getting to
I don't care
Ando.
what you call it.
I mean,
If a woman, like, okay, let's look at other ways you can switch up roles, right? If you go to a dominatrix who like whips you or something, right? Are you gay because you took on a submissive role? Like, nobody thinks that. They're like, you're a fucking pussy, but you're not gay.
Well, I guess the thing that you talked about like the role play with like the VR.
Keenock, no, Holy Ball Gravy. Yeah. I watched it last stream. It was really freaking good, dude. Like, it was so freaking good.
Full dive role play with like your wife. That makes sense. That it wouldn't really be gay at that point. It's a good point.
We said it's a glory hole. You don't know who's on the other side. Well, I don't know if a dick comes out, but I know who's on the other side.
Well, Malcolm is so funny, dude. Male on male, XY. No. Female on female. Okay, bro.
I mean, if you're the one sticking your dick in.
This guy in Twitch chat, this is exactly it. Not literally gay, but figuratively gay. I found the lack of Truckoon in their episode to be very disappointing.
It's gay if you don't know who's on the other side. If you don't know, it's gay.
So, but like, so yeah. So I mean, like, what if you don't know? You don't know the identity.
It's super gay.
And then,
if you're in a VR environment,
Also,
and you
no
don't know
Holy
if
Ball
it's a girl or a
unicycle.
guy controlling the girl avatar, that's gay.
So it's
the same
gay
way,
no matter
and I think
what.
the glory hole analogy is perfect. It's the same as sticking your dick in a glory hole and you don't know who's on the other side. Default gay.
Schrodinger's hole.
Gay is the default, people say.
Oh my god.
I need to get myself a just passing through cameo.
Yeah,
By the way. This is deep philosophical questions that Leaflet's known for. Is it
It's
gay?
true. See, I love asking the hard questions that nobody wants to ask, you know? And this is why Remo's my friend, chat, because he always asks me stupid questions. I told you guys he always asks me stupid questions.
Schrodinger's gay. I came for Leaflet's wholesome content.
That means you can't ERP with anyone. That means you can't ERP with anyone online.
Yeah, you can't unless you know who they are. Would
How about
you
AI?
actually?
AI isn't gay. You know, it's a
AI
robot.
ERP on the internet is just weird, man. True and gay, deep questions. I don't really get roleplay. It's just strange to me. The holes are worse. You don't even know if it. You okay, bro? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Isn't gay, but would you actually like do sex play with a random stranger online, not knowing their gender? Like
people do it all the time.
Then it's always a guy. 95% of people
Literally is always a guy, I'm sure.
Here, guys.
Wait, really? I don't know about that. There's a lot of girls that do that.
Really?
Yeah.
If it has a knot,
if
do
you play a
not.
guy character, it's like you're more likely to get people.
I'm reading the comments here.
It's in the same way that girls like to read like novels rather than partake in visual prawn, right?
Makes sense. I mean, girls are into the sort of narrative stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Binders full of women, somebody said. Very true.
Probably the safest of something.
In actual full.
I mean, that's just. Al, don't give Jank ideas. Jank Uger would like that idea. It is the safest. Always assume it's a dude, no matter what. Even if it sounds like a woman. You never know.
VR, I wouldn't roll.
Sure.
That's gonna be crazy. Like, it's gonna be a crazy world when full dive exists, and like there's gonna be like services for it. It's gonna be really weird.
Somebody said that the girls who do it are fat, which is about the same as being gay.
This guy is dropping truth nukes right now, bro. Until proven otherwise, yeah.
Sorry, this might be too debased.
And even then, you never know. You could be getting scammed, man. Could be.
Like, I don't know. I kind of think it's less gay to sleep with a guy than a really fat woman. Okay.
Oh, dude, that's a new one. Is it Is it more gay to sleep with Henry Cavill or with Gorlock the Destroyer? Like, ooh, difficult. Truly, only the most intellectual questions being asked in this chat tonight.
When I say guy, I mean a femboy. Femboy versus like super obese woman. I think a femboy is less gay.
Wait, hold on, but that changes the entire like premise of the previous thing.
It does, but it's just fat people are that.
We literally thought of the same people. Okay, bro. We are twins. Our brains do think the same. Is it more gay to sleep with Jabba the Hutt or Pizza the Hut? Thailand already figured this out. Just tax it all.
Oh my god.
Like,
definitionally, chat says you're trolling.
Like, I don't like. We as a society, it's so funny. One of the first times I went viral, somebody like looked up my Reddit history, and they were like, "They used to hang out. I used to love on Reddit. My favorite Reddit was Fat People Hate."
What the frick?
Oh my god!
They had the best stories. You want to do a great story on your show? The Caterham Tales.
Wait,
are
what?
these still on the internet? The Caterham Tales. I know they took down Fat People Hate. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can find. Are the Caterham Tales?
Is Reddit even allowed to have places like that? Like that's shocking.
They used to have the Red Pill used to be based on Reddit.
Oh, that's a good question. In the future, if you can like genetically, like there's like genetic engineering to the point where you can completely like if a man was able to completely change every chromosome and their body, then would that be gay?
Yes, it's still gay, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Once a dude, always a dude.
Else is equal. Is it still gay to bang them?
Sorry, sorry, can you repeat that? I'm trying to look up a story about hating fat people.
Let me see. Where is that? Okay, in the future, if there's a man and we have the technology to change every chromosome in their body and their body.
Not gay at all.
Not gay. Okay.
It's still gay. He's totally wrong. This is still gay.
It's a real woman at that point, especially if you can knock them up.
Chat says hyper gay. Oh, this is funny. Unless she's fat. Well, in that future, there wouldn't be fat people unless they're willingly fat.
Which makes it even gayer. Okay, so
what if you mind swapped into a female body? If I was mind swapped into a female body. Remember that one argument that was floating back in the day on 4chan? It's fine if the guy has a feminine peen. I've never heard of that. Yes, obesity is the gayest. Totally gay. Yeah, gay. If you got mind swapped into a female body. What do you mean? I'd still only be attracted to women.
Now, one of the greatest pieces of literature ever written. And fat people stories?
I'm having a hard time disagreeing with Malcolm. I think you might be gay, bro.
Still here? It's banned, okay. But wait, okay, yeah. Okay, but all of that's banned.
That's what I meant. I was like surprised that something like that would be even up on Reddit with like how ban happy they are, right?
Oh man. That was truly an intellectual discussion. Oh my goodness. What a conversation. I'm glad we sorted that out, chat. Glad we well, I don't think we came into any like true stance on the issue, but always good to put that out there. Man, I remember that argument going around on /A regarding Tanya. I have no idea what you're talking about. Malcolm's pretty basic except for that last part, yeah. We are richer and more sophisticated after that discussion. One of those Mary Jane intellectual discussions. Only the finest conversations happening over here on my live stream. Oh, dude, I did see this. Wasn't this lady arrested for indecent exposure, like in the past or something? And they're trying to LARP that she's in danger because she's a singular black person on an all-white bus. So Leaf is in 2 minutes 15 into her stream, and she hasn't started the first video.
The situation went viral on the train. This is a
She
censored version.
pooped on the train? What? What? You know, I'm acting shocked. I'm not shocked. Oh, 2 hours, 15 minutes. I was going to say, I feel like 2 minutes and 15 seconds into her stream would, maybe I need to do that one day. Just straight up yap into the void.
Crazy. Is this the thing about her shitting on the train? Let me see if I can find this.
I don't know if anybody would watch me.
As America celebrated its 250th birthday, white nationalists from the group known as Patriot Front marched down the streets of Washington, D.C. According to the
Yujo Senki, I believe the show was called. A guy got isekai'd into a girl's body. I mean, I'd still just only be attracted to women. I don't think you can, like, neurologically like change that. Tanya the Evil. Oh, that show. I haven't seen that show. Think out of her pooping just before. Like, if you were a woman, that wouldn't change you from still liking boobs, you know what I mean? You just be like, huh. I mean, like, I'm technically still a dude, right? Adult office workers isekai to a lolly. Oh, I see. Slash A was pretty split on it. What is slash A? Is that like I don't even know what that
Poverty Law Center. Patriot Front is a hate group. They arrived in Washington by train.
Can you tell I'm not a frequenter of any internet boards?
Surrounding everyday Americans just trying to go about their holiday, including this woman who sits calmly as white nationalists surround her, whose image will likely be in our history and textbooks one day.
Some images really strike a nerve and are instantly iconic. This feels like one of them. A black woman.
Anime board, unfortunately, I see. Bro. Could there be a safer place for this lady to be? Like, realistically speaking, she's the most dangerous one here.
Sitting on the D.C. metro, surrounded by countless masked white nationalists. On America's
image will be in our textbooks, utterly pathetic.
Speaking
media,
of weirdos, members of the group Patriot Front ride the metro as commuter looks on during the 250th anniversary of U.S. independence. This is, I mean, you know, America. There it is. A bunch of fucking...
So, basically...
Oh, you're just so in danger of all these people peacefully riding the train. Literally nothing happened to her whatsoever. Switch those roles around a bit. Oh, wait, you get Irina Zarutska if you switch those roles around. Huh. Interesting. So how many times did she get stabbed with all those white people? Only yeah, exactly. Turns out she's... looks like that because of guilty conscience. Yeah. She was just reminiscing about the time she was pooping in the subway. It's always so funny that they choose to defend the strangest martyrs of all. They're like, oh, look at this poor lady in a subway with a bunch of white people. Oh, would you look at that? She was live recorded taking a dump on the subway several years ago. It's always the people they choose for some reason. Reminds me of that Men in Black scene with the girl with the physics book.
The woman who was revealed, remember, like, they posted that photo, like, you know, it's like, oh my god, she's so scared. It's been revealed that the black woman that the Democrats put on the pedestal for bravely
I just think
writing...
it's funny, right? Because they obviously don't know that this lady did this when they post this initially, but it always comes out that they've done some, like, absolutely heinous, weird stuff or been recorded doing the worst stuff of all time.
A train with Patriot Front members were engaging in indecent exposure on the train moments before the photo was taken and has a lengthy arrest record. She's pulling her pants down.
No, guys, we don't have a culture problem, for sure.
Who does this, guys? Like, this is insane.
You know, surprised it's not an Indian, I guess. Literally nothing happens. Black women most effective.
Insane. Can you even make this shit up?
Dude in the mask has a dark nose.
It's just so disgusting and weird, man. This one shows the original viral picture better. Yeah, this was the original photo.
You don't understand that if they're a part of the Patriot Front, they're just automatically disqualified as being anything but white. I thought it was a whitey group. Well, all your cards from all the other ethnicities get revoked if you're a part of that group. Obviously. Truly the new Rosa Parks. Truly the new Rosa Parks. She went full chocolate toothpaste tube. That's why everyone was wearing masks. Wow. To block the smell, the stench.
Democrats always picking winners. It's actually crazy. Like, imagine thinking this is your new Rosa Parks icon, and then video comes out that she's pulling her pants down and trying to shit on the train.
They can't be actual racists. I haven't heard of the SPLC funding them. True.
It's so fucking embarrassing. How do you keep doing this to yourself? Can't make this up? Well, anyway, I think that it's really going to show this is the safest subway car that she's ever been in her life. And she's sitting in her fucking seat like a good girl and not pulling her pants down and shitting on the floor.
Whose image will likely be in our history and textbooks one day.
I can't stand these people, bro. SPLC is just as bad as the ADL? Yeah, 100%. Like, I'm just so tired of the consistent pandering from the mainstream media for the absolute worst people of all time. I assume there are about 70% feds and 30% morons being funded by the Democrats. Yeah, for sure. All of these, like, supposed hate groups or whatever, almost all feds. Exclusively, all the time. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Leaf starts a video, immediately tangents. Love this slime. See, it's a good thing I don't have a starting soon screen, because if I did, it would take me a long time to get to a video too. I just start yapping. I just start my stream with a video playing. Pretend like I've been talking to people. All right. I want to see what Aspen's talking about here. Daily reminder, you don't hate the media enough. True. The media is genuinely like, it's bad, bro. All right, let's see what Aspen's talking about here.
Hi guys, it's me again. Today we're going to talk about the video game layoffs. Xbox did over 3,000 layoffs yesterday, and I think this is the beginning of the end. And really, if you look at especially their staffing before COVID and now, it's pretty obvious that they kind of overhired. But at the same time, I think that we are
everybody in the industry was paying way too much for everything at that point in time, for whatever reason. I mean, you just look at Sony's purchasing of Bungie and stuff like that. Not to mention, the acquisition of Activision Blizzard that kind of started off this, like, huge, exorbitant, like, studio pickups from these publishers? I don't remember. I remember Jim Mediker's, like, 40-minute meme reels before his stream started. Indies is the best way to go, yeah.
A very big
Indies or Eastern developers. Like, if it's made by a Western dev, if it's a AAA game, you just know it's immediately going to be absolute garbage.
Recalibration. I think that for anybody who had a brain or a set of eyes, this was kind of obvious that it was happening. You can't have a $100 million studio that releases a video game and the game gets 3,000 concurrent players. It's just really not.
I wonder what we're.
You're just
I wonder
not
what we're
making
talking
enough
about
money
here.
there, right? It's just that simple. So this is what's happened, I think, for quite a while, and people have been trying to, I guess, like, you know, warn people, hey, look, this isn't working. These games aren't working. And today I just woke up. I didn't stream today because I wanted to lay in bed all day.
Well, the problem is that these companies that produce these games, they're not even losing as much money as you think. They're obviously losing a ton of money. But so much of their games are getting funded by these organizations that give them tons of money and grants and whatever to push these agendas in their games. So they're not hurting as much from it. Eastern devs are just as bad. Take CDPR and GSC.
But I was laying in bed and I was reading Twitter. That's usually what I do for stream research. And I saw that there's another company, id Software. I think it's.
I mean, yes, like Eastern devs do have problems as well. But at least with Eastern devs, there's like a coin flip. You know, you could get an Elden Ring or a Resident Evil or something like that, as opposed to the consistent Western dev. It's just always a bad game. Every single time.
Not sure how it's pronounced, but it's the people that made Doom: The Dark Ages. Also, they're doing huge layoffs, and people are like, "Oh my God, this is such a shock." I said, "Really? Are you sure it's a shock to you? Look at the amount. Like, I bet the pre-orders for the expansion for the game that come out today, like nobody gives a shit. The pre-orders are probably like really low, and then the game launched to like a 30,000 player audience on Steam. And I know somebody's gonna say, "Oh, but Game Pass,
but
you
console,
play it on Game Pass."
It's always an indicator. If a game releases poorly on Steam, that it's going to have released poorly on consoles as well. Almost always an indicator. Also, you can't get rid of Mick Gordon and expect Doom to keep selling, bro. Mick Gordon, whether you like it or not, he made that game with his music. Like, modern Doom without Mick Gordon music is just not Doom anymore.
33 and Stalker 2 on Game Pass too. It doesn't mean that a lot of people didn't still buy it on the fucking PC. So the reality is on Steam, I mean to say. So the reality is that yes, I do think this is a good metric, and I you know, every time that there's
Doom is just a music video with mechanics,
exactly. And they're like, oh well, no, this isn't a good way to look at it.
Here's the thing: the finishing move did an okay job with the Doom: The Dark Ages soundtrack, but it's just simply impossible to recreate what Mick Gordon had going on for Doom music. Like, he was in his own world there. They need to bring back 9 Inch Nails for Quake 5. To be fair, I was mostly talking Eastern Europe. If you mean Japan and such, then yeah.
At it or whatever, it just seems to be...
Well, I mean, even Japanese places have big problems too, right? Like, I mean, just look at Nintendo. It just, in general. Nintendo's kind of immune to any consequences for their actions, though, because so many people are addicted to all their IPs, and they've just basically forced you to take it in the butthole if you want to play Nintendo games. It's like, well, what are you going to do about it, really?
Right.
They're not really impacted by the rest of the industry, I feel like.
But one way or another, the outcome is the same. So where does this really lead us? Where are we going? Where is the video game industry going?
so much woke.
I want to talk about it on a macro level, on an economic level.
Yeah, Nintendo isn't doing the woke stuff, but Nintendo is doing the, like, no, we want to stop you from having physical copies. You're either going to play the game the way we want you to play it, or you're not going to play it at all. You know, stuff like that. Like, Nintendo makes terrible decisions all the time. It's just, you can't really punish them for it.
For marketing, for on like mid-level
Some
games,
Nintendo players are gay.
games,
Gotcha,
cetera,
bro.
right?
I own a Switch too.
So I think
it just collects dust because there's no games for it.
Picture, and then we can kind of distill down from that. The first thing that I think that a lot of these companies are trying to do is they're trying to become platforms. They don't necessarily want to be. I'm talking about Sony and Xbox primarily, and there's also going to be large PC companies that are going to be doing things that are similar.
Emulation
to this,
is evil unless we're doing it. Yeah.
Epic Games with Fortnite. What they're really trying to do is they're trying to capitalize on being an ecosystem that people use their software and their hardware ecosystems in order to enable them to take a piece out of the pie of Fortnite transaction fees, right? And same as Roblox or anything else. Why would they want to go and do all this other crazy, put all this work into everything whenever all they need to do is just make something that people can buy, and then they can coast off of Genshin Impact waifu sales forever. So that's, I think, the direction that they're trying to go in, and that's the reason why they're trying to move all of these studios off of being first platform and into being third platform. It's because basically now, if you're the captain, you've got to go down with your ship, and if it sure seems like the way that things are going, there's a lot of sinking ships. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, the whole fleet's freaking gone for the most part. Also, Xbox was burning so much money on these studios that were either not producing games or not producing games that anybody actually wants to play. Like, it was definitely smart of them to let them go. It was inevitable they had to let them go. They're setting money on fire. What did we see earlier? That it was like $20 billion that they lost, and they were losing 2/3 of every dollar they spent. Like, that's completely unsustainable, even if you are backed by Microsoft. Nobody wants to just set money on fire like that. So, it was inevitable that they had to do layoffs. And that's why I always feel so, like, surprised when I see people being like, oh, more layoffs are coming. It's like, yeah, bro, what did you expect, man? They've been pumping out slop that nobody plays for years. Like, obviously they're going to get laid off. Like, why are we shocked about this? It's just inevitable. It's like, oh, but don't you feel so bad for the devs? Are there some devs I feel bad for? Sure, right? But 95% of the time, the people that are getting laid off are people that have worked in the industry for what? Like the only things they've ever made is actual garbage. Like, anybody who started work in the last decade and has only been working on games for the last decade, they probably haven't made anything good. Because almost every game that comes out of these big studios like that in the last decade has been straight up trash.
Some of these games, like there was this one game, they canceled the studio, right? Or they had it go independent. Okay, this is like, okay, we're gonna send you out on a life raft into the North Sea, and no, we're not killing you. You can go out there. I want you to go to the North Pole and meet Santa Claus, and I wonder what's gonna happen, right? And so this company, they made a video game, and it was about making pottery, and it was like a Mario Party pottery. It was the most Reddit fucking game I've ever heard of in my life. And I remember watching it and thinking to myself, like, does anybody give a fuck about this?
No. But what people do on the internet is that they'll go onto these game companies' Twitters or, whatever, and they'll be like, oh, I would totally buy this. This looks exactly like something I want to play. And then the game companies get high off of listening to these people that are totally not going to buy their game, saying that they're going to buy their game. And they make the game, it sells to nobody, and they're like, what happened, guys? We had so many people that were like totally telling us that this was great and awesome. It's like, these people are never going to play your game. You've been living in delusion world.
And I looked at the Steam chart, and
it's like Avowed or Ex Voto or whatever. Layoffs are never a good sign, but the actual actions of devs being laid off, I'm majority apathetic towards, because when that becomes necessary, it's because the studio has already failed to deliver. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't want people to lose their job, but like, it's kind of hard to feel bad for you when you lose your job because your games that you've been making haven't sold at all. It's like, well, you've kind of failed your job entirely. Like, if the games you're producing are not selling, then you shouldn't have a job developing games. You know what I mean? It's like if you go to work at a company and you're a salesperson and you sell one thing over the quarter. It's like, okay, obviously I'm sure there are some jobs where you sell one really big thing and that's like all you can be expected to sell, right? Like some kind of crazy big system or something. But just like, oh, you're a freaking pencil salesman and you sell one packet of pencils over the course of a quarter. You're losing your job, bro. If you don't deliver on making games that people want to play and nobody buys them, then you should be unemployed. Like, that's just the way work works, bro. Surprise Pikachu face. What do you mean? People who never bought our stuff didn't buy our stuff? Ex-Voto situation, exactly.
Sure,
yeah.
Seems like they didn't. There's like 200 people that played the game. So how is it that you can make a video game that, like, if you were to make a Venn diagram between people that obsessively collect Funko Pops and people that like this video game, you'd have a circle, and you think this is going to massively sell and it's going to keep your studio afloat? And I understand
Put the fries in the bag. I made a song for that.
And there's a lot of blame. I think.
Yo, what's up, Akno? How you doing, bro?
There's a lot of blame towards Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer used to
if
be
you fail
the
to
guy
succeed, then why should you be rewarded with success?
Well, guess
good.
What
about you?
I'm
doing
sure
good, dude.
Phil Spencer didn't tell them, no, guys, it's great for you to make $3 million.
You know, I forget who said this, or I heard say this, but the reason Phil Spencer got so much of a pass for what he was doing is because that guy secured Minecraft. And truth be told, that's like the only good thing Microsoft has secured in a long time. Like, Microsoft is printing money off Minecraft, I'm sure. How was your stream last night, Okno? I saw a bit of it. I was lurking for most of it.
Spend $50 million. Oh no, there are no performance expectations. We just want you to make video games that nobody likes.
Yeah, Holy Ball was getting
we want you to
a lot of chatting, nothing crazy. You guys were talking about religion and like the afterlife when I joined. Or I mean, it was mostly, I think, Holy Ball, and I'm not too familiar with who the other person you had in call with you was. Needing to restart over on Twitch and Kick.
take your remember your 6th grade theater project idea? Well, we want you to make that a video game. I don't think Phil Spencer was saying that, but apparently that's what a lot of these companies were hearing. And so you have all these companies that are making these games for nobody. Nobody gives a shit. And then now you have, and I think that there is a lot of institutional ideological capture. I talk about this a lot, and that's because I think it's a much bigger threat and a much bigger problem than you guys might imagine. So this is a good example, right? So you have these video game companies that are talking about, oh, well, we won these awards. Well, then you're winning the awards from the people that are benefiting from the access journalism into your fucking video games, and then they give it positive reviews, and then after that, you give them credibility, and then you give them, like, privileges, and then they give your video game award.
This dude needs a hug. Well, he's right when he's saying that the gaming industry has essentially just become this like Ouroboros where it just feeds into itself permanently and they just huff themselves up on their own stuff. And essentially that's what's caused so much of it to fail, right? They're completely out of touch with the audience that they're trying to sell games to. The devs only talk to other devs, and both dev teams are making absolute slop games. And they're like, oh, your game's so great. Oh, your other game is so great. Meanwhile, both games are absolutely terrible, and they're going to bomb, and they're hyping each other up. And then when the game bombs, they immediately go on Twitter, and they start blaming the people that don't want to play their garbage game. Modern game companies are awful and ran by women? Yeah, 100%. You know it's bad when a gender that doesn't play video games for the most part, obviously there are exceptions, are primarily... I'm not going to say primarily because it's probably still a majority male field, but like there's a disproportionate amount of female representation in making video games considering females don't really play video games. So when they have that much of an input on video games, it's obviously not going to sell well. It's the same idea with the superhero movies and like what happened with Supergirl. Most people don't want to watch a movie about Supergirl. They want to watch a movie about Iron Man or Batman or, you know, superheroes they can actually relate to, because most of the people watching those movies are dudes. They have a watch because they write it off as a tax write-off, yeah. This is pretty STD corporate fare, to be honest. Corporates have no idea what they're doing. They're just shareholder control puppets.
And so it's like the most embarrassing hipster liberal version of the human centipede that you can ever... Yeah, it's the human centipede, but it's rainbow colored, okay? So guess what? I don't think a lot of people like that. You have effectively capitalism that's been replaced by credentialism. And the problem is the credentials are fake, but the numbers, the money is still real. And that's the problem, is that you can give out as many special awards, and you have these... I read this, I'm going to get triggered, is that there is an IGN article talking about, oh my God, oh no, these video games that won all these awards. They won all the awards and they're losing. Yes, because nobody gives a fuck what the awards are. You invented these awards. You invented criteria. You invented these credentials. And you built
Shudder,
an entire...
The Human Centipede was a horrible movie? Wait, that's an actual movie? I didn't know that was like a thing. I thought it was just like a phrase. Or like an idea. I mean, a movie about Supergirl would be fine if she wasn't crafted after the modern audience. Yes, don't watch. No, dude, don't watch it. I'm not going to watch it, bro. That movie sounds awful. Just the name of it sounds awful. There's a number 2 also. Yeah, that's true. People would watch Supergirl, but I think first, you obviously have to pad out the DC universe with heroes people care about. You can't have your second primary DC universe movie from James Gunn be Supergirl after Superman. Like, where's Batman, bro? Lee finally started a video.
Ecosystem, and it's nothing. It doesn't exist. It doesn't matter. But these people think that they can build basically a, elaborate tapestry of fake credentials that they can insulate themselves from the effects of the accountability of capitalism. That's what's happening. And now
Hollywood does the exact same thing as the games industry, by the way. They create their... I would watch a Power Girl movie. Okay, bro. Okay, man. No, but Hollywood does the same thing. They create their own little award shows and their own things, and then they blow smoke up each other's butts, and you get the exact same thing. People become completely out of touch with the audiences. They don't care what the audiences have to say. And if their movie bombs, then they just insult the audience and say that the audience actually doesn't know. And they're all misogynistic or racist or whatever.
Now the chickens have come home to roost. And it's a pecking party. And I'm happy to see it. I'm very happy to see it. I'm so glad all these nasty, retarded,
Hollywood circle jerk, yeah,
shitty fucking devs. And also, by the way, I understand people get sometimes triggered whenever I say stuff like that. They say, well, you can't say that because there's a lot of actually good devs and they're following bad decisions. I think that you're definitely right to some extent, but I don't think that you're right to as big of an extent as you think.
Prime example, The Odyssey.
I think that just
it's
like
just
in
sad,
every
bro.
other...
You see somebody like Nolan making a movie and you're like, oh man, he made good movies. And then you see the Odyssey cast line up and it's just people from Marvel and the Helen of Detroit and Ellen Page, and you're just like, I'm good, bro. I don't need to, I'm okay. I don't need to watch this.
Job in every other place, there are the 80-20 Pareto principle where 20% of people do 80% of the work. So when 80% of the people get fired, usually
you're just doing the awards checklist instead of making good movies.
So
yeah,
that's what I think happened with Twitter.
And then
I think that
the industry is so delusional that they'll get funding off of their awards or whatever. They get funding off of their checklists, even assuming the director wanted to make a movie we consider good.
That's what's going to happen with a lot of these companies too, is that you've had these massive overhiring pushes. You've had every single developer and every single game designer that now thinks that they are the next misunderstood, troubled artist, Neil Druckmann, which is really just a pale...
Okay, that's actually totally true. I've never thought about the point that he's making right now, but it is 100% true that these people have just been hired with virtually no experience onto these big AAA dev teams or whatever. So they immediately think, oh, I must be a phenomenal game dev. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. Now, anything that I make is the truth. And if you criticize it, then you just don't know game deving. You just don't know art. None of these people had to struggle at all or learn anything or work their way up to be in a position to work on big games. They just immediately got hired into doing it. And then they pump out slop, and they're like, wow, why doesn't nobody want it? It's my truth. That is one of the worst, people saying it's my truth. It's bro, I hate that so much. If I had an ick, it would be people saying that. It's such a stupid statement.
Imitation of Hideo Kojima, right? The GOAT. And so, you have these people
random
that think
Hideo
that actually,
Kojima glaze W.
one step away from directing a Netflix series that has 8 seasons like Game of Thrones. These pathetic, failed theater kids. Is
I reject
basically
your
what I'm
reality
trying
and
to say.
substitute my own.
And they're insufferable.
Some people just don't live in the real world, bro.
And the
Dropping here,
reason
cheers.
why
Have a good night,
they're
dude.
so
Thanks for stopping
insufferable
by. Don't
is
cheat
because
me.
their characters are self-inserts, and nobody likes them. That's the reason why. That's the same reason why they're so defensive over the characters. It's because, oh, you hate our characters. Well, wait a minute. I base this character on myself. I'm sorry, but I play video games to get away from people like Tosh and Dragon Age. I don't want to have to, that's the reason why I'm playing video games. I have to deal with people like you in real life. I go to the grocery store, I see somebody like that, right? And it's oh no, right? You've got to deal with this person or listen to them or something like that. And so, this is the exact, this is supposed to be an escape. This is supposed to be your willing suspense of disbelief, right? You want to leave, you want to have immersion, you want to be immersed in another world. Whenever you play these video games and you see these very clearly,
No,
I think
you will be forced to play this video game and encounter the most insufferable liberal individual characters you have ever seen in your life. It will be forced upon you. It's oh, great. And it's always so funny because they're oh, I'm not pushing my agenda into the game. It's dude, what are you talking about? Half the cast is gay. This doesn't reflect reality.
Logically driven decisions.
Oh, you don't like that? You must be homophobic. It's well, yes.
What you see happening is that
I'm not afraid of them.
It destroys that willing suspension of disbelief because you're looking at it and you see it right then at that moment, and you're like, wait a minute, I'm actually just playing something that's a piece
We're back
of
to the
propaganda.
gay, eh?
This is in the game.
Whenever you start talking about Western developers, you just have to go back
the
to
artist viewpoint or something like that, and it doesn't really fit inside of the story. in an organic way. And I think that's one of the things that people are kind of getting tired of, but I actually don't think that that's the main picture.
Representation.
I think the reality is that...
It's always funny they cry representation and then they underrepresent the people that are most represented in society. Like, they don't want their games to be realistic at all. You're playing your freaking game and there's 14 gay women, 7 gay dudes, 1 straight white guy, and he's the villain. And then everything else. Asmon would be the only wizard who strokes his hair instead of his beard.
You know, Asha Sharma, who's the new head of Xbox, who I think she's great. I do. I think she's amazing. She said that there was 14 different layers of management inside of Xbox in order to make a decision. And I want to contextualize this, okay? And I want to contextualize it. Let's go back to 1999. Very good year. The year that Office Space came out. So inside of that movie that was supposed to be a parody of corporate office American culture, the amount of bosses that the guy had to turn in his TPS reports was 7 or 8. And so now Xbox, like 25, 27 years later, they are now twice as ridiculous as a hyperbole in 1999. That's how
14
bad
layers,
it is, okay?
yeah. It's crazy.
It's massive overstaffing, total bureaucratic capture. Everybody is
the true main character of Asmon streams his eyebrows.
Afraid of doing anything.
They move around
you
a
have
lot.
accountability diffusion. So, well, it's nobody's fault because it's everybody's fault. Well, you know what the problem with that is? When that happens enough times, I guess everybody has to get fired. And you know what? Not a moment too soon. Because the fact is that if this one thing that's taught us anything, is that a lot of these developers, like smaller teams, smaller devs, they can really cook. They can make really good games now. And they don't need the same level of tools. They don't need a Hollywood actor that has a box around them.
They don't need freaking Huey from The Boys doing a live mocap cube character.
Pretending to be a Funko Pop cube. Whoa, look at me, I'm a Jello cube. Like, this is the kind of shit that nobody fucking needs. Nobody needs it, and Xbox is realizing that nobody wants it either. And so anyway, what's happened, I think, that is that you've had this institutional bloat, this attempt at trying to make the video game industry mirror the movies and then music and I think also TV industry. And the reason why I think this is happening, maybe I'm being such an asshole. Well, actually, I know I am. It's just been 12 minutes of me being an asshole so far. And so, but like, I think that all of these people...
Well, is he? I mean, he's just saying the truth, dude. And sometimes the truth isn't gonna feel that good to your ears. But if you fail to make video games consistently for a decade, nobody buys the video games you're making, you shouldn't have a job making video games. Like, duh.
Companies want to be celebrities. I think that they want to be seen as, like, you know, Christopher Nolan, like Guillermo del Toro, right? These visionary directors, these visionary writers, these people that are involved, because, like, there's a mystique around Hollywood. There's a mystique around, you know, like, acting and, like, music and these record companies, right? And, like, they want to be part of that.
Obviously the customer's fault for not consuming the product. True.
Nerds. They're just a bunch of fucking nerds.
They just want you to bend over and take it.
Weren't even good enough to get them accepted into high
You didn't buy my game? Well, that's a you problem.
And so
now nobody bought my game.
Chance, and
that's everybody else's problem except me. I made the greatest game of all time.
That video game is called Mixtape. And so the problem is that you have a lot of these people that are making games that nobody is interested in for audiences that don't exist. And on top of that, you have the companies that are buying them have so many levels of bureaucratic overhead that there's no way that they can possibly function to make enough money unless they make their target audience everybody. Oh, well, if we make as many copies as we sell as many copies as Fortnite does, or I guess Fortnite's free, you could use any other Black Myth Wukong, 20 million copies. Sure. Well, if every single person in China buys my bullshit, I'm going to be a billionaire. But I don't think they're going to buy it. So the problem is that you effectively make the amount of mouths you have to feed so big that you have a net that you need to use that's so wide that the fish slip through the holes. That's what's happened, and everybody, and you pull it up.
Are you sure? Are they even casting nets for big audiences? Like, who is the audience they're trying to cast a net for Mixtape? They're trying to, like, capture the gay, trans audience or whatever. It's like, that's like nobody. Why are you even making it, like, not to mention nobody bought the game to begin with because those people don't play games. They just LARP on Twitter and complain about video games all day 24/7 or complain about whatever 24/7 despite the fact they don't actually do anything with it because all they do on Twitter is complain and that's their entire life. They're making a game for themselves? Yeah, exactly. I don't necessarily know if the point that he's making is like correct. I feel like the games that they're trying to make have like these tiny nets. And they're casting out tiny nets into water with no fish. Although, there are certain, about a time they didn't live through, yeah. There are certain games that definitely try and, like, cast a net way too freaking wide for people that don't play it whatsoever. But I feel like a lot of these bigger flops we've seen recently have just been people, like, throwing these tiny little nets into the Dead Sea where there's no fish because it's too salty. Are there fish in the Dead Sea? I don't know if that was a good analogy. I'm going to assume there's no fish in the Dead Sea.
Fish? Wait, you're telling me there's only 3,190 concurrent fish? I think we're going to starve. And you know
Tetris'
what?
biggest
They
net
sure
ever?
are.
True.
And as I said, deserved. Completely fucking deserved. You made garbage. You created institutional, like ideological capture. You allowed that to be part of your actual company, identity. You didn't listen to the players.
Not to mention, when you force identity into your games, you instantly make the net smaller. Because it's going to immediately turn people off who disagree with that ideology. Just by default. You noticed games that have nothing to do with politics or really anything at all are always the biggest. Minecraft, just for example. It's a game about building out of blocks and mining and, whatever else. It's games like that that get big audience capture.
Have people that are openly antagonistic towards their
Mecha
audiences.
Chameleon is like the hot thing right now. And it's a game about painting yourself to blend in Prop Hunt. It's not these freaking big, quote-unquote, AAA titles that are trying to push a certain agenda, like God of War Laundry.
On Twitter, I mean, like, you just
like Dirt House has
basically
deep political
did
implications
wrong.
about minorities and the pay gap.
And again, you can do everything wrong.
Your Indian
as long
Dirt
as the
Hut.
games are good. But the problem is that there is no longer the idea of the high quality, small slice, great, game that knows its audience. I'm thinking of games like, for example, Space Marine 2, okay? Something like that. It's a very, very simple game. It has a very, very defined audience. That was me, by the way. Amazing game. I can't wait to play the third one. But on top of that, you have other games that just really don't hit that mark. And they're trying to appeal to everybody. They're trying to be for everyone. Like Helldivers is another great example where it's like they had an ideal, they had a vision, they executed the ideal, they executed the vision. Now, you can be unhappy about the way that they've managed the live service. You can be unhappy about the PlayStation thing. I know I was. But fundamentally, I think that the real problem with all this is that there is a disconnect between the players and the developers, and the developers are no longer part of the same class that the players are. And more importantly,
Yeah, that's a great point. The people who used to make games actually played games. If you go back and look into it, right? The people who were producing the video games were making games that they wanted to play. The bourgeoisie and their elytras. But nowadays, games are made by people who don't play games at all. Like these woke activists, they don't play games. They just want to subvert your media.
Team. And I want to say one of the silver linings
pushing their agenda is the only reason they get into creative spaces to begin with.
If you look at the amount of people that have been fired inside of Xbox and you look at the positions that they were let go, there were a lot of chiefs that got let go. And I think that's a really great thing. We need a lot less chiefs. There are too many decision makers, and also, again, if you're a captain's supposed to go down with his ship, right? So if you're the one that makes the call, you need to be the one that's falling on your sword. That's the way I see it. And hey, Xbox has given you a little push, but whatever it takes to get there, I'm happy about it. So I hope that this is the new direction of these studios. I think that, again, let natural selection take its course. Have the developers that are actually really great, that are well connected, that know how to make a good game, I'm sure they'll
They want to
probably
get
find
giggle
jobs.
off causing
It's
suffering to
sad that they
gamers.
lost their job.
Choker
It sucks.
boxes for all.
But at the end of the day, I think this happens in every industry, especially as a recalibration from such a large, economic boom, such as COVID. Is that I think that these recalibrations happen regularly, whether it's because of new technology, new research, or some other type of changing consumer habits. Whatever the reason is, this is not uncommon. And it's not a crime against humanity that a video game studio has layoffs. I hate how, every other company in the world has layoffs all the time. John Deere has layoffs constantly. Walmart has layoffs all the time. I went to Panda Express and they have an AI doing the fucking the drive-through, right?
Yeah, this is a thing. These people in these art fields, a lot of them get so entitled about their position. Like, you see it with artists in general, just being high and mighty, or like the writer's strike in Hollywood, these layoffs in video games. For whatever reason, they seem to be like completely apathetic to the stuff going on in the rest of the world, but the second it happens to them, it's literally like 9/11.
Which is, I've always thought that's a good thing, because you go to Panda Express, it's literally double fake advertising. They don't sell pandas and it's never fast. But the point is that that's one person's job that doesn't exist anymore, and it's going to keep happening.
Art schools are scared of not letting them in. You saw it happen last time.
I think to myself, what's more the same? This is what's going to happen. It's not anything unique. I think obviously it sucks if people lose their jobs, but you've got to expect it, especially when you make something that ultimately doesn't make money. So
sometimes,
I think you can expect to see
sometimes you got to get denied from art school to become a great painter. Never mind.
A lot more of this. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about it. And I think at the end of the day, in the same way that, when a whale dies in the ocean, there's something that's called a whale fell, and it creates an entire ecology around the dead whale, and other life and other types of life forms emerge from it, and that is the circle of life. And I just hope that with some of these big companies, you will have some whale fells, and out of that we'll get a couple more Expedition 33s, because those people came straight out of Ubisoft. So I'm really, really hoping that's what happens, and I wanted to make a video and talk about it, because I really think that it's very odd. It's like the, like the Fibonacci spiral, right? It's weird how, things in nature also apply to human psychology, human behavior, human, economics and everything, in the same way that spiral applies to more and more and more things, doesn't it? And so the more things change, the more they stay the same. I'm curious to hear what you guys' thoughts are on all this topic, and kind of what you guys think, but I think this is a really great direction for the video game industry to go in, and I think that hopefully now we can have a calibration towards smaller teams, more defined visions, and also things that are not insulated by PR or by any type of credentialism. So anyway, before I kind of end the video
I agree with him. The thing is, I feel like it's too late at this point. You know what I mean? Like, AI is getting so good that within the next decade, I'm sure we'll have some AI video games, at least some rudimentary ones, right? What are these studios going to do about that? Like, they're just going to be cooked, because then people are just going to go online, go to AI, make their own video games they want to play, and, they're out of business. I mean, obviously, the companies will start trying to use AI to make games too, but I just don't think that's going to be the same, because the companies are so disconnected from the actual gamers at this point. But in general, yes, it is good that Xbox has laid off all these people. Those people totally deserve, not even, some of them I'm sure didn't deserve to get laid off. Plenty of them I'm sure did deserve to get laid off. But Xbox just can't operate the way that it was operating. Like, they're literally burning money, just setting it on fire. Like, it had to change, no matter what. Fibonacci, close enough. Who made better art than the Austrian painter or Vlad the Impaler? His statuesque art.
ADHD myself into. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next one. Peace.
All entertainment fields will be dominated by AI writing it all. A lot of people used to be like, oh, this will be so terrible. But at this point, humans write such garbage. Like, the stuff that comes out these days is so garbage that, like, AI writing would be better than what a lot of these people are writing. Fibonacci, fibs made of even ever smaller fibs. Yeah. But the gaming industry is in shambles. But I don't know if it's recoverable anymore at this point. Like, I think it's cooked. I think it's pretty much over for the gaming industry. Like, maybe they'll recover somewhat, but they're just going to immediately get hit by AI games and stuff coming out. What, you don't think the books about milking minotaurs are on par with Poe? Believe it or not, I think that's not on par with Poe. Like, what happened to the Tolkiens of the world? What happened to the Orwells of the world, man? Man, Orwell literally told the future, dude. That guy was a visionary for sure. It's crazy that they're going to remake the 1984 from a woman's perspective, though. It's like, okay, dude. We're subverting 1984. I mean, they've already subverted Animal Farm. Well, who's surprised? Not me. Dude, I need to watch this Rupert Lowe podcast with Joe Rogan. I'm sure it's super interesting. But definitely not tonight. It's 2 a.m. Time for me to go to bed for sure. All right, guys. I'm going to hop off. I appreciate you guys all for watching tonight. Stopping by. Only 2, still early. What, you don't want to start a 3-hour react? I saw it, it's depressing. Yeah, I'm sure it is depressing. Good night. Have a good night, guys. I'll be back on Saturday. More reacts. I'm going to have a schedule next week. I'll put it on Twitter. But now that I'm finally out of Clanker jail on X. All right. Have a good night, guys. Later.